What up, Nine? What up, Nine? What up, Nine?
Trapaholics Mixtapes.
As the 9% and word would say, make a better you, a better us.
Give them what they ask for.
Who do you think you are? I'm the word. Boy, I'm the one who put in the work.
When I move, it's in a quick rumble. I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title, we about to get into it. But before we get into that, do me a favor. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, man. Hey, look, it's free to you, but it means the world to me. And with that being said, let me get it to the chat. Let me get it to the chat. Squirt Mama, what up, though? Appreciate you, Nine. Shout out to Squirt, man. I appreciate you so much, Squirt. I know you stand up late to rock out with us, so I won't be mad if you go to sleep. This is a good channel to come to. Listen to something that ain't gonna be too crazy, too wild. I got that soothing voice to help you, count them sheep. So appreciate you. Commander, what up, though? Lady at a nine. That's my nine. That's my nine. What up, though, Commander? The Minister, the General Defense was in the building. The apprentice, the co-pilot. Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. Hey, Saturday. Saturday. I'm gonna do a members only live. I was gonna do it. Actually, I was gonna do it tonight, but I was like, why not do it like in the midday, right? And I don't know if people be busy Saturday, but that's the time that I can come live a little early because the wife's from home. So I'm gonna do that members live. It's gonna be I'm gonna go through emotional intelligence, but I'm gonna give you a practical sense. I'm gonna break down what it is probably tomorrow, and then I'm gonna give you the steps to employ it so you can actually practice it and do it and benefit from it. So tomorrow I might talk about the benefits of emotional intelligence. I was gonna do that tonight too, but I was like, I don't really feel like talking like that right now. I'm weird, bro. I gotta be in the mood to talk about it. If I ain't in the mood, I ain't gonna do it. If I ain't in the mood, I ain't gonna do it. So I was like, let me just do an open panel talk to the people. And it's just some random shit on my mind that I want to get off real quick. If don't nobody come up, you know what I always say, we're here for a good time, but not a long time. But if we are, then it is what it is. You know, I don't mind being on here for a long time if we're having a good time. But that's what I came here for. Low, what up, though? What up, though? Hope you good, fam. Hope you good, man. Appreciate you, my brother. But yeah. So yeah, do it for the nine, man. Do it for the nines. And you know what the nine represent? You as an individual. That's what the nine represents. It represents individual prosperity, individual um, growth, development, individual happiness. Because the better we are individuals, the better we are collectively. A lot of times why people can't come together and get shit done because on an individual level they be fucked up, man. Like let's just be real, bro. Like you want somebody to come and fight against something that they probably ain't Like let's fight against racism. Yeah, but I can't pay my motherfucking bills right now. I'm going through some stressful shit with my home. I ain't got time to think about some other shit that ain't affecting me every day when I get shit affecting me every day. Excuse my French, I get a little passionate. But yeah, so that be what it is. That's why we can't come together because even when we come together, when the collective, when you're not benefiting from being in a collective, then you're gonna be like, shit, I do it on my own. Then I can do bad by myself, right? Like if I'm in a group of people and everybody benefiting and I'm not, then it's like all the work and effort I'm putting into something, I'm not even reaping the rewards from it. So I do it myself. And that's why people come into group and then they get on their own agenda. And I don't blame people for that. But to do it the right way, to come together the right way, we must first be able to deal with ourselves. We got to be right before we come into a group. Because if you got one rotten apple, it's gonna eventually rot the whole bushel of apples. That's what happens. That mold, that rot, it spreads, man. So if you gonna come together right, if we gonna come together right and really get something done, we got to get ourselves right first, right? So that's what I be on in this society today, man. Everything is in a simulation, bro. I was just talking to one of the little dudes, a mentor, and he getting pressured to do this or do that, and I'm like, bro, what do you want to do? It was like, well, I never really thought about it. I mean, he only 16. So he was like, man, I never really had time to think about that because people telling me I should do this, I should do that. I'm good at this. He athletic. They want him to play basketball. He liked playing basketball, but he more into science. But they like, man, you can get a scholarship. You can do this. He like, man, I want to, I like hooping for fun, and he just good at it. He just got natural talent. But everybody want to put more effort into it. He like, man, I want to learn more. I'm into the science. I really love this. He said, I like basketball, but I love science. Gary, what up, though, nine? Mr. 33 himself, my brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you always checking on me too, bro. Hey, like when Gary be man, Gary, like what he say, I can look. His confirmation. Gary is who he presents himself to be. Because bro, always if I don't say something or if I don't text him, he texting me like, "You all right? You all right?" Always checking on me because look, man, I'm a polo tink tink in real life, man. I be going through some shit, right? Bro, just be making sure I get it, and I appreciate that, man. Because there's people I know in real life that don't even do that shit. And just, meeting him on here, people say you can't develop relationships online. That's bullshit. You just gotta, just like in real life, man, you gotta fuck with the right people, bro. You just gotta do it. And I appreciate, I know it's in a divine plan for me and my brother to cross paths. And you just know, like when people genuine, you know that off that. Because it's like our relationship is effortless. Like when you don't have to try and it just works, then that's shit genuine, man. That's complimentary. When you don't have to try, you can just be, you can just do. And I appreciate her for that, man. I appreciate it. But like I was saying, like, this society encourages you or almost indoctrinates you to assimilate into all these different subgroups, and you're trying to find yourself in these different identities. I'm black, I'm white, I'm Mexican, I'm Asian, I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, I'm an atheist, I'm a Christian, I'm a Buddhist. You kind of find yourself in all these other concepts, but people never really sit down and identify who they are. You kind of told who you are. You got to pick through these different things. It's like you build a motherfucker, right? It's just like build a person. No, 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 no. Get out my face. I'm mad at you. Don't come over here and try to kiss up to me now. You ignored me earlier because your mama came home. Nope. You ignored me and you went and sat with mama. Now you want to sit under me. He do this every night. Every night. I just went out 3 times and you ain't come out. Now you want to go out. Nope. It don't work like that. My bad. Uh, but that's what it be, man. It's like you gotta choose. This is you can select from this. It's like you building yourself through other people's ideology. That you never take the time out to see who you are as an individual. And that's why people. That's why. Look, man. I'm not saying mental health issues ain't issues, right? I'm just saying some people suffer from identity crisis because they don't know who the fuck they are because they been told they this, they that, this. That shit is confusing, man. Split personality. I understand that shit now. You've been told you this, you that, and if you this, you got to be like this, and if you that, well, what if I like this, but I don't want to adhere to all the concepts that's involved, right? Can I be black without being ghetto? Can I be black without being loud and aggressive and all that shit? Or does that just come with being black? Can I be a Christian and not hate a Muslim? Can I do that? Is that okay? Can I be a Republican and still be cool with them? People sell out to other people's. King Miller, what up, my brother? I hope everything good, bro. I hope everything good, man. Shout out to King Miller. Hey man, y'all can drop y'all link, especially if y'all got sticks, man. Don't be afraid to drop y'all links, man. If y'all got a mod stick, man, y'all got the privilege, bro. I only had it for the members, but I ain't got that many members, so mods feel free to drop your links too. Yeah, man, but that whole concept, right? Like, so I that's what I push individuality, you know, because everybody different, man, and that whole simulation thing is to make people feel comfortable, and that's a form of control too. If I can put you in this box, then I can control you with the ideologies that this box contains. That's a way to manipulate and control people. It's through these different identities. I like to call them like these different identities. Because if you can just say, "Hey, I'm this," well, what are you? I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. Oh, you spiritual? I didn't say that. I said I'm a human being having. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. Well, you that knew that? No, I ain't none of that, bro. I just told you what I was. Why can't I be what I want to be? I have to fit into one of your boxes for you to comprehend what the hell I am. I'm straight, bro. I'm good. No, man. I don't fit in none of that shit. I create my own boxes. I create my own. And I encourage other people to do that shit. That shit is liberating, man. To create your own identity, that shit liberating, man. One thing you gotta live up to is what you are. You live up to yourself. You ain't gotta live up to no expectations that nobody has except for the ones you have for yourself. That shit is liberating. And it's freedom, man. It make you feel good, bro. Make you feel good, you know. But yeah, that's why I was talking a little younger, man. Like, man, look, man, people always grab opinions. People always have advice on what you should do. But the only people that got to live with the result of what you do is you. Nobody else got to live with the result. So, I mean, I told them always be humble, accept what people say, but that don't mean you have to do it. Just because you accept something don't mean you have to own it or keep it or do it. No, that's your opinion. Okay, that's fine. That's how you think. That's how you feel. That's fine. And keep it moving, bro. I mean, sometimes people give me advice and I tell them thank you. I don't use it, especially if I ain't asked for it. If I asked for it, then I'm looking for it. But if I didn't, then I ain't looking for it. I'm straight. I take it though. I ain't rude. You know, it might be some good shit, but if it ain't, then it ain't. Where's the face? That's the that's Commander's tagline. Where's the face? Yeah, but that's what do it for the nine. Do it for the nine means do it for yourself, man. Do it for yourself, man. Ain't nobody coming to save you but you. The creator gave you everything in your being. You just gotta draw it out. You gotta draw it out, man. People be waiting for other people to get shit done. I used to do that, man. I used to wait for people to get shit done. Oh, I'm gonna want this person to help me. Want that man? Ain't nobody coming to help me, bro. Until you start helping yourself. When I start helping myself, that's when I start getting help from other people. The people seem like, okay, he's serious about that. He's trying, you know. But if you just sitting there waiting, ain't nobody gonna help you, bro. And if they do, they're a damn fool. So you ain't trying to help yourself, and other people trying to help you. You a damn fool. I'm straight. I am straight. Come on, somebody. Come on, Squirt. Come on, somebody. Yes. But yeah, I ain't really been watching no news, nothing. So I don't even know what the hell going on in the world. I ain't gonna lie, I really don't care. I don't, man. I don't know. The older I get, man, the less I care about what's going on in the world. Bro. What up, WG?
What up, though? What up, though? Check, check. Where you at? Now, what up, though?
Chat, where you at? I don't know, bro. Is that how it's supposed to be? I started seeing why these old people they just don't be caring, bro. They be like, shit, I'm on my way out. I don't give a fuck what happened. I'm starting to get like that, bro. Like, man, none of that shit matter anyway.
You know, sometimes it's a blessing, right? You get to where you are, especially when you have the individual battles, the individual wars, as you would call it, a jihad. But your jihad is like inside out. But you know your own battles. You know your own stories. You know what you had to come through to get to this particular spot in life. We all know your story. My story's a whole lot different, but here we are today. We are here to celebrate the things that we have gotten through, right? And now we're here making a new relationship. We're we're out the box, as you would say. We're we are doing things that people are telling people that it's not possible. Don't do that because of this, that, and the third. Just imagine if we was to believe everybody. This friendship right here wouldn't be possible. You know, a better you wouldn't be a better us. All of these things. Why? Because we doing things at our pace. We're doing things in our standard. We're doing things in our capacity. A lot of us need to really not wake up, but we need to be alert, because people always say they woke. I just think a lot of people are still daydreaming, right? Because they think they're finding new things out in the world. But a lot of us just need to appreciate how far we come in today in the world today, because some of us, we wouldn't be here without the divine intervention of a thing. I get it. People don't want to believe in God and atheists and whatever the case may be, but you are here for a reason. You started a family, you got a wife, you got kids. It wasn't really thought about. A lot of people don't think about it that way, but now you're here being an individual, and you just got to be thankful for how far you come and how much improvement you have done in your life.
No, I think about that often, bro. Like how much I improve, how much I evolve. I think about that often, and I know how much more I got to go, bro. I ain't a finished product. I still got work to do. So, I'm still doing that, man. I'm looking for opportunities to see how further I have to go and how far I can. I look for opportunities. That's how I look at adversity in life now, as an opportunity, bro. And see how far I came and see how much further I have to go. And that just changed my whole outlook on what most people call struggle. I call it a hustle, bro. Like people like, oh, I'm struggling. I'm about to hustle. I'm in hustle mode now. Even the pain, bro, that shit. I know what comes. I worked out half my life, bro. So I know that pain, bro, that shit building muscle, man. All the pain I felt, that shit made me stronger. It breaks some people. I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen some people go to the gym and break themselves kind of workout. So pain can hurt, it can break, but it also can build. That's the duality of it. Right? Mhm.
And that's the
That's the
thing, right? We,
duality
we
of it.
talking about yeah, we talking about doing it for the nine, right? We talking about, we are like you are the big nine, right? And like I said, your adversity has made you more diverse. It has allowed you to become, the word, right? We joke about how you how you became Coach D, and not really, you were straight to the point. You felt like people wasn't, adhering or paying attention to what you was doing, and you made a not a state you made of a statement, but you made more of a point like, yo, I am an individual that's so diverse that I can be here, here, and here at the same time, but I'm still that individual, right? And I think because of that, I think it allowed people to say, okay, this is where we know he could be petty at times, but he can be petty with a point, right? Me and you, we joke about you can't be petty and good at the same time. Sometimes you show an example of why something is possible, even when others doubt what 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 is possible, right? We talk about how you just mentioned the word duality, right? Things could be a dual threat, right? A word manipulation can be positive and negative or something to that extent. So being in the nine, right? They think it's just a statement, it's just a group or whatever. No, this is a lot of work, right? So, you being dad that you are, the parent that you are, the husband that you are. Shout out to Mrs. Word and the little ones, right? Because they don't have to share you with us, right? You don't have to share your time with us, right? Like all week, I've been trying to catch you, right? I was like, damn, I missed them. Listen, the other day, I stayed up, I went to sleep early just to try to catch you, and I didn't catch you. I'm like, damn, man, I hope this dude's all right because he ain't consistent. He ain't been on as much lately, you know what I mean? So I did it again tonight. Tonight I just caught you because I just literally woke up. So, but what I'm saying is, man, it's hard to have a unique relationship. I'm gonna say relationship. Fuck what everybody else talking about, right? Because this is what this is. It is a relationship. But it's hard being consistent of who I am, right? But what I can say is that if I say I'm gonna do something, I've done it, right? If I'm check on you, I'm gonna check on you. If I'm gonna call you, I'm gonna call you. If I'm gonna be that friend that's gonna worry, I'm gonna do all of those things, right? But this is something that the 9% is really trying to put out there. It may not reach everybody, but it's reaching somebody because somebody is still coming back. Somebody is still, you know, hitting that like button. Somebody's still making a comment in the chat. Some people even got the appreciation of coming up here and having a conversation, whether you're black, white, green, blue, whatever, whether you're American, Australian, whatever continent you on. But whatever we're doing the right thing. And shout out to the chat that's here on a consistent basis. But more importantly, shout out to the big nine because this wouldn't be possible without your strength and your consistencies.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get on more. It's just like you know, it's summertime, bro. I be out with the fam a lot, but we be getting it, bro. We've been getting it. I start feeling like I said, bro. Like if you knew me when I first came on here, appreciate you, sis. What up, though, Rudy? Hey, man, if you knew me when I first came on here, bro, I was on here all the time. Dude, I mean, my son, he was little. He was like 3. No, he was like, yeah, I think he was like 3 or 2. My daughter was born. She was a baby. She was sleeping all the time. I wasn't as strong as I was, so I wasn't moving around and doing all the stuff I'm doing now. But shit, bro, I'm ready to get back out there, bro. I can't drive, but shit, I'm gonna drive. I'm like, okay, I gotta get rich so I get a driver, get a fucking Tesla or something. To keep me, I ain't all with that Uber shit, but I'm ready to start hitting the streets again. Not like, hustling or nothing, but taking and moving in real life, getting shit done. You know, like you can do it virtually. I don't have the resources yet to do it. I gotta get on here and really network and meet people and, you know, figure that aspect out. But I know how to do it in real life. I know how to get shit done in real life. So, I'm thinking about going to reactivate my real estate license. I might go to school, go back to school. It's like I don't, bro. There's so many options. Now that I'm moving around that I have, that I'm exploring. It's a group that want me to come in and hone my skills in public speaking, so I can start doing motivational speaking. So I'm looking at that. There's some groups that want me to come back and help with like because I was supposed to go get my coaching license for rehab. I haven't done that yet. But there's 2 organizations that want me to come and coach. Some of the rehab I worked with them before. So I mean, it's this thing. I got my mentor. I'm getting that off the ground. I got some people working with me with that. It's like so,
You mean like
but
AA drug program type situation?
yeah. Because we got a nonprofit organization that help place people, but the original, um, like when we originally started, we was trying to get a home so we can a transitional home, and it was so much shit we was going through trying to get funding doing that we was just being like a middleman, you know. And we've been doing that for the last couple of years, but now, like I said, I'm strong. A lot of that got on hold because I lost my eyesight. So a lot of that, you know, we had to put on hold. But like I said, I'm stronger now. So we looking at houses again. I'm developing the programs that I had before. You know, I got to link up with people because before I lost my sight, it was like I was really into like the whole real estate atmosphere. Like I was an agent, but I knew contractors and builders, electricians and plumbers. When I lost my eyesight, I was focusing on getting better. I didn't really keep contact with people. So it's been like 4 years. So I got to start contacting people again and, tell people I'm back, baby. Because I had people like in the transition home, I had a contractor and I had a plumber who were willing to take people on and teach them the skills and help them get their license to do contracting and plumbing. Uh, so I got to link back up with them because that was one of the programs, helping people get back on their feet, whether they coming out of rehab or jail. Just trying to help people who want to be helped. Like doing that shit in real life is it sound like, bro, you would think because it's a need for that. People coming out of jail, helping them actually acclimate themselves back into society to be productive citizens. You think, that's ideal, the need for it. But bro, it's so hard to start shit like that, man. So much red tape and politics you gotta go through. Because it's all about the money, bro. It ain't even about the people. Because if you get funded, I mean, you taking some money out of somebody else's pocket who been getting it for years, especially when you brand new doing it. Because you only get a certain amount. So if I get, just say if they even give me 10,000, 20,000, I'm taking 10, 20,000 out of one of these big corporations like American Red Cross or Salvation Army. So you got to fight with them over 10, 20,000. Like, bro, for real? Like, y'all making millions, bro. Hey, I got to fight over 20,000, bro. Come on now, man. And that's the funding. I ain't talking about the donations y'all get, bro. We can't get some of this funding. Y'all still getting, I ain't taking your donation money. Like that shit's so crazy, bro. Really trying to help people, bro. It's like it ain't even about the people, man. It's about the politics. And you don't know that shit till you start trying to do it. You don't know until you start trying to do it. Word is evolving.
See, that's the thing,
I
right? You
appreciate.
sitting there, you trying to build yourself. You trying to build like you really trying to you it's not even going out on the limb, right? We are all on the limb, right? We on the outside looking at a lot of things, right? You talk about the politics, you talk about, you know, let's talk about the reality of a thing. We don't think that the world is going to affect us, but we have to protect ourselves, right? At the same time. So what do? We should be working on ourselves, right? We should be saying, you know what, now that we are working on ourselves, we need to come together, right? Your mission statement is a better you is a better us. Now we have to put it into acclamation. Now we have to put it into to working standards, right? If you go about it that way, we don't have to worry about what's going on out there, right? Like somebody asked me, yo, what about white on white crime? And I'm like, okay, what about it? That doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect my family. Well, isn't that kind of a selfish thing? I said, well, if worrying about my family is a selfish thing, then I'm a selfish bastard, right? Because they come. I am a representative of my family. I'm a representative of my kids. I'm a representative to this last name that's on my back, right? It's just like people that play in sports. When you wear the uniform, you are a representation of the front, but you also got to worry about that name in the back. You got to carry yourself to a certain standard, and with that standard, you have to be cautious of everything that you do because you are a representation. Like I said, when we come on here, we become a brand, we become a influencer, whether we know it or not, whether we pay attention to it or not. We are influencing people, but the first people that we influence is our family, your wife, your children, or your mom or dad, or you know your grandparents, whoever's in your family, right? But now I have a bigger family, right? I have a 9% family, so I have to represent. I have to rep the word. I have to represent a commander. I have to represent Tay. Shout out to Tay. Hope she's doing well, right? BDB, Santina, and the affiliates of the 9%, whether it's Ryder, Didi, whoever's involved with it, 755, Scorpio, whoever's involved with the affiliation, right? But the point is, we are a representation of somebody, and we have to go ahead and do the work, right? And by doing the work, we are showing that a better you is a better us. We are showing that we care enough about certain people and things that we keep ourselves at a higher standard. Some people might say that's wrong, but it's not wrong because we are who we are in real life. You the word. I call you the lexicon because your words are so diverse. You are so high tempered as far as using these words, putting it in its right context, uh, 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 using the format of the word, putting it in context that people may not understand. That's who you are. That's the representation of who you are. That's the position you want yourself and your family to be in. We trying to do things in the right way, and it may not be appreciated, it may not be consistently being seen, but if they, like you said, it's all on tape. So if you go back and look at it, they will see who you are, and hopefully they will see who we are as a group in its totality.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I was talking to Mella the other night, and she said, she had her experiences online, and I don't know, man. How she said, like, she was tired of online, and because of the shit she was saying and doing. That's how I got for a minute, bro. It's like I'm happy I started watching them Chinese dramas, bro, because that's all to be popping up in my timeline. That and wrestling and football. Other than that, I don't see a lot of the book. Man, there's so much bullshit online, bro. And I'm like, And it just amazes me. It shows me how fucked up society is, bro. It's that I think that's how I look at it, and that's what kind of turned me off from this online thing now. It's like I see the issues in society. Like the mass majority of people just fucking shoot, bro. It's like entertainment is like the drug of choice. And what people call entertainment now is like drama. You know, and then the drama is not like fucking soap opera, bro. It's like, and then with the social media, bro, this is real life shit. Like this ain't scripted, bro. Like these are real people, and they be going at it, bro. And it's that energy, bro. I'm sensitive to energy, so just even seeing that shit, I can't do it no more, bro. It's like I don't even know how to explain it. That's why I be in my own little world, bro. I go rock out with people, and man, I don't even know how to say it, man. I don't want to say it and be disrespectful. It's just, man, I can't even really deal with cats too much because it's like the energy. I don't know, but I don't even know how to say it in a way where people won't feel no type of way. It's just how I feel about it. But I'm not trying to. I rather not say how I feel about things sometimes when I know for a fact, no matter how I say it, somebody gonna take offense to it. But I mean, it's just
Yeah.
I got to protect my energy, bro. And it's just some things
No,
like
you
I've on
absolutely
some real.
do.
I don't even watch the news and shit like that, bro. I don't really give a fuck about what's going on. People, the terrorists, this, bro. Look, man, this shit always been fucked up. It's gonna always be fucked up because there's some fucked up people in the world, and the most fucked up people are the ones in charge. That's just what it is. Once you really see what it is, we fucking cattle, bro. That's how people look at it. Human life, nobody really care about that. People don't value human life. They don't.
And that's the thing. Yeah, they don't. But that's the thing with but that's what makes us unique, right? Because you don't watch the news. I really only watch the news for the weather. I promise you. Like I don't really like I watch it to be informed or like to know what's going on, but I mute it. Like, okay, well, this person going through this, that, and the third. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh well, let's check the weather. Okay, let me check the weather so now I can make sure I ain't caught in those type of storm. That's how I go through everyday life, right? But the energy thing is a definite, right? First and foremost, before I go any further, happy birthday to
Listen,
Missing
my
Mod.
happy birthday,
Happy
Mr.
birthday.
Rod.
I went over there and checked out, and it's funny, right? Because a lot of us we get a lot of flack, right? We get a lot of we get a lot of negative comments because the diversity of our conversations. We speak, we speaking about life. People want us to speak about a particular life, right? They okay, let's worry about the black people, right? Let's just put it all out there. Nah, but sometimes when we do speak about that, people are disappearing. And then when we have regular human conversation about life, it draws other people to us, whether it's Mr. Mob, whether it's uh 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 Stoic, whether it's Ozzy, and a lot of Speakeasy, all of these other people, right? We speak life, and they come through and add to it. So now people feeling like, yo, a lot of bullshit. Like, we sell outs. We just speaking to people that want to have conversations. And if they want to debate, we have to shut it down. That's what we'll do. But the fact of the matter is we're reaching people in different places. We're reaching people of different races. That's just the universal thing, right? We're bigger than the smallest box that you try to put us in. We bigger than Detroit. We're bigger than New York. You know, we're bigger than this country. Why? Because we have the blessedness of reaching people in different places in different time zones and showing our uniqueness and people understanding us. It's not a time to worry about if it's black or white. It's a time about us worrying about human beings going through things. It's amazing how we can have a conversation about something in America and somebody in Australia is feeling the same exact way of how we're feeling. So of course we're going to connect that way. But you can't be upset about that the rest of America, that people from Australia is coming through to make the connection, or people from Europe is coming through to make the connection. And we're reaching people, whether you think you know it all, or some of those people that know that they have a soft spot in life, whether it's physical, mental, mental development, however you want to look at it, right? Not putting a jacket on anybody, but this channel, the 9% in this totality, we reach people in all aspects. Either you gonna come with us, or y'all just sit back and watch us do our work. But here's the thing. Don't try to deter us from doing what we're doing. Don't try to deter us from being who we are, because we're not changing for you and we're not changing for anybody. We're going to improve on ourselves, and hopefully the people that's running with us, they're going to improve on us, on themselves, because a better you is a better us.
Oh man, my homie birthday was today too. I've been trying to get her ass on this show for like 2 years now. She my wife friend, but we hit it off. That's my homie. Yeah, actually the god, my son's godmother, but she do art, man. She bad as hell, and she did a couple murals downtown Detroit. He got mad skills, bro. Mad skills. Like her 755, bro. Man, I'm telling you, they'll be battling, bro. She dope as hell, though. I'm gonna try to get her on the show. She deep too, man. She had me eating gold for like, I was sitting there eating gold, bro, for like a year. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It got my pumps way better. It's not like you like eating a gold chain, but it's a supplement. But it's 24 karat gold. That shit is expensive as hell. I'm like, bro, I ain't that rich, man. Y'all make a lot of money. I don't make that damn much money to eat no damn gold every day. But that shit, bro, I'm telling you, like my pumps, my definition, my cuts, everything was better. I felt better. I was moving better. I'm like, damn, that shit just expensive. That shit, like, bro, I'm telling you, man. I ain't even go get into that, but
Well, how many people? But this is what I'm saying. How many people even knew about you can eat gold? You know what
oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
bro.
Like, just listen to what you're saying. How many people even knew that you could eat gold? If you was to
Yeah,
take a poll, people were like, you can't eat gold. It's too hard. You see what I'm saying? They just think
yeah,
it's a
bro.
metal. But this is what I'm saying. Like when you come over here, you have the uniqueness of learning something new, learning something different, things that you thought you would never hear of, or even think about, is being brought to your attention because of the things that you do, the experiences that you go through, your everyday life. This is why I tell you, your adversity makes you more diverse, and you the prime example of it, because it's people can't. If people was, I put it like this: if people was to walk in your shoes, first of all, they take them shits off and walk barefoot, because that's how much you had to go through in life, right? But instead of you wanting people to walk in your shoes, you tell your story, because I'm just telling y'all what you can accomplish in spite of, what you can overcome in spite of, right? You may not have everything, but some of the things will be enough. And like I said, that's just the uniqueness of what you bring to this YouTube atmosphere, right? Can't nobody say that there's nobody trying to make an effort no more, right? Can't nobody say, well, they only talking about negative things. They're not talking about changing life. They can't say that no more. Why? Because you got the word. You got Busted Down Brown trying to give you things from a different perspective, right? It may not be glorified, it may not be anything, but it's something that is being done in today's standard. Is not the everyday norm. We're trying to give you a different look onto life. but now you can't say that nobody's doing it because it's live and in time. It's live and in effect. So shout out to the 9% because this is what it's not an easy thing to do, but we're doing it nonetheless. And I'm not giving up. I don't think you're giving up, but we're just enjoying. We're enjoying the things of life that we're supposed to enjoy, right? I haven't been on here often because like I told everybody, I got my kids, and
Yeah.
I'm enjoying what they're doing, right? And I got a 15, a 9, and an 8-year old. So I'm in two different universes because it's two girls and a boy. So me and the boy, we do a lot of things. Teaching them how to cut grass down here in Georgia. Coming from New York, all they see is cement backyards and so on and so forth. So you got to teach them that. Then you having the conversations about girls because he having his first relationship with a female. And you got to sit there and have that conversation. Be careful, da 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 da. And then at the same time, you still got to play, with your daughters. You got to do the tea time thing. Even if you want to teach them something, right? You teaching them from a male perspective, but hopefully they understand that their dad is on high alert for them. Their dad is in their life. Their dad is treating them like little young ladies, not trying to abuse them, but showing love to them because that's the first love from the opposite sex they're gonna get is the dad. So it's a lot going on, but that doesn't mean that we are forgetting anyone. We're just doing the things that we need to do. We can't be out here and say you got to do this, and we don't put it in our everyday practice. We got to take care of home as well, but at the same time, we're trying to be there for everybody else at the same time. It's hard to do, but it's not impossible. It's improbable, but not impossible. But we're going to do it.
See, that's what people don't understand. Like, man, when you take time out to try to help other people, man, you taking time away from your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, people come on here. Like, every time I come online, bro, I'm taking time away. Even at night when my family sleep, I can be asleep and wake up early and do stuff with the family. But me staying here late, then I'm gonna wake up late and I'm gonna miss that time with the family in the morning. But people don't take that shit into consideration. Like, man, my time, bro. I mean, the time I can give, I give, and I don't ask for nothing, but the attention. When people donate, I appreciate it. That shit help out and make you wanna, because shit, I gotta feed my family too. People be forgetting about that. Like, a lot of people who utilize their time to help other people, unless you like a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, you ain't really get paid for it. That's what Martin died broke. All the great educators, they died broke. You know what I'm saying? All that time they took away from their family educating other people and shit. Now their family resent them. Like, god damn, bro. I ain't about to go through all that. I'm gonna spend whatever time I can, but I'm doing this for my family, bro. To better me, my family, and the people around me. I'll be honest with it, bro. Like, shit, I want the views so I can get paid. I'm not gonna ask for donations because there's another way to get paid on here is the views. So I want the views. Then I won't have to ask nobody for their money because everybody ain't got it like that. Especially the shit we going through. I ain't about to ask nobody for nothing. But I mean, shit, I still gotta feed my family. No matter how much time I come on here and spend, I still gotta feed them, bro. I gotta pay bills and shit like that. But then you see all that fuck shit going on and people getting hundreds and thousands of dollars a night for the fuck shit. And that shit is like, at first it was discouraging. Like when you first start doing this, and then you just recognize what that shit is, man. And that shit don't even like that don't even bother me no more. But at one point it did. I'll be honest, that shit bothered me. Like, hold on, bro, I'm out here trying to help people, and I can't get no love, not even a few. And there's hundreds of people in these chats, and they talking about nothing, bro. Nothing beneficial. If anything, it's detrimental. But they getting all the views, they getting the donations, and that shit used to make me feel some type of way. And I'm like, well, what the fuck am I doing there? Then I'm like, you know what? It's people I'm helping, and yeah, the people I help, they probably ain't got it, and that's okay because that's not honestly why I'm doing it. But at the same time, I gotta allocate my time to my family. Like that's what's important. I got to feed them, bro. I want my wife to live good. I want my kids. I don't want them to struggle because I'm trying to help somebody else. Then I'm neglecting them, and that's what be happening sometimes, bro. So you got to be careful with that shit.
Absolutely, absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. And then even when you even when you build relationships on here, right? Like for me, it's I've always been cautious of my surroundings, right? Sometimes I'll be wanting to go live, and then I'm like, wait, I'm not gonna go live because I feel like somebody's live. So I give you an example. I was gonna go live this morning, and I said, no, somebody's live, and sure enough, it was Rachel. She was live and having a conversation, right? And she trying to do her thing, having her conversations. I'm not, it's not about fighting for views or anything like that, right? Because she gets her views regardless. But at the same time, she's an affiliate. She's family, right? So I'm not going to sit there and put myself live and then have people decide, well, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna go over here. Nah, because what I say may hit somebody, and what she say may hit somebody. So there's no need to try to distract the people. You have your conversation. I can hold off on mine for another day. It'd be times to where I'm considerate, right? Excuse me. Like it be times I'll be like, yo, if I don't see word go live, I'm gonna go to bed because ain't nobody, I'm not rocking with nobody like that. You know what I mean? I'm not, the people that I normally, but now I'm starting to see people trying to get in the same time slot, right? So I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy. But y'all don't give a fuck, and I don't care if y'all don't give a fuck. But I'm gonna rock with my people regardless. I'm gonna rock with my family, whether it's Word, whether it's Rachel, we're excited when Commanders, she might do something soon. I believe I'll let her have that conversation. But when my people is on, I gotta show up and show out. You know what I mean? Even when Santina goes like live, I'll miss her live. I'll miss the premiere, whatever. But I'll catch it at the end, replay it, and then share it. Why? Because she's doing this for a reason. She's doing this because this is something that she enjoys to do. And if you family, I ain't got no choice but to support you. As long as you doing the right thing, I got your back. You start doing some bullshit, don't get mad because I don't deal well with bullshit. That's why people don't see me from time to time. And it's a reality. I like my peace. I like that. I like to bring peace to people. I don't want chaos around people because I don't want chaos around me. So if that's what you think you getting from me, I got a surprise for you. I'm not chaotic and I don't deal with it. So I don't have a problem falling back. But as long as my people doing the right thing, I'm with them 100%.
Yeah, yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I never get that. I like if somebody live I rock with, like Predator Nine or something. I don't go wrong. I mean, unless it's my normal. I only got the availability I got, so I be looking at it like even if somebody go live when I go live, I'll be like, shit, this shit recorded anyway. So if people don't come, they can watch it on the replay. That's how I always looked at it. I've seen people arguing about that shit, but I mean, I understand it because a lot of it, y'all in the same circle. So it'd be the same people rotating. So, with that, yeah, I wouldn't do that to nobody. But sometimes, bro, it's like, yeah, if I'm available and I can do it, then I'm gonna do it. Rarely do I do it, but my time has been 12, 12:30 or after that. And that's the only time I got. So if somebody live at that time, I'm gonna have to fix this shit later. That's how I look at it. I mean, but I do understand. But you know, that's just how it be, bro. I don't know. Everybody, I don't know if I look at it different, but no, I don't. I wouldn't feel no type of way if somebody. I never felt no type of way if somebody was live when I was live. But that's me. That's just how I look at it. Like shit, this probably the only time they got to go live. And it just so happened to be the time I go live. So, it never bothered me when I seen people live when I was live. I'd be like, shit, if people, catch my shit on the replay, It's still a view for me, you know. So I'm just grateful for that. I don't know, bro. I don't look at too many things as problems in life, bro. Sometimes people look at things and make it more than what it got to be, or give it more meaning than it has. Even if motherfucker doing that shit on purpose, I mean, I really don't care. like, like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like, shit, it is what
It's the
it
intent, right? It's the intent of a situation.
is.
That's the thing I'm saying. It's the intent, right? Like I would never want to do that. Like like I know I like going on early I like going in the morning. I don't really, why? Because it gives somebody, they might be at work, they sitting there, they listening to me, they giving me a view, or they just got it on the channel and had earphones on or whatever and just listen to what I'm saying. They ain't got to type or nothing like that. I don't be caring about I just feel like I have a message to give. I give the message, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. But I don't want nobody to be distracted because I gotta listen to this one over here. Nah, I'm gonna give you your time. Go ahead and rock out. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So you know but that's the beauty of you, right? That's one thing I can say about you. You may not care about you know who's on while you on, right? And you're a different individual. That's what I'm saying. I think the sit the YouTube experience that you're having, it's making you more diverse, because there'll be things that you wouldn't do in real life that you allow to rock in here, right? And I think that gives you more of a characteristic of your everyday situation. Because normally you're like, man, I ain't got time for this shit, but you like, nah, I'm gonna let this rock because there's no point in it, right? But it's also allowing me to observe and become stronger with people and their attitudes and their type of thinking that you probably wouldn't even tolerate it in your everyday life. So it adds to you. So that's why it doesn't bother you the way that it bothers you, because you're gaining a perspective and a strength at the same time, which is hard for a lot of people to do because they be in their emotional feelings instead of their logical one. And that's one thing that you don't do too much. You be in your logic and not in your emotional. But when you get into your emotional, you know, we gotta make sure that you good, because you get there, you might be at a point of no return. So but that's what makes you though. You know what I mean? The logical thinking, even in the craziest or silliest situations, your logic overall it prevails against your emotion. That's why you the word.
I would prefer critical thinking over logical thinking. I think I don't know. I think logic is a byproduct of critical thinking. I think that's how it should be. Just my opinion. Not saying that's how it is. I'm just saying that's how it should be. Me critically thinking should lead to a logical understanding at minimum. That's how I look at it. But no, that's fact, bro. You know, I don't know, man. It's just I look at the intent and like I will never go live with the intent to fuck up nobody's numbers. That'd never be my intent. But I would go live because and not care who live because it's the only time I got available to do what I gotta do. You know, I would do it because like it's not even about them, it's about me. Like, but it's people who will do the same thing I would do, go live when somebody else go live with the intent to fuck up other people's numbers. I would never do no shit like that. That's snake shit to me. But but no, I've been in situations where people say, "Oh, you go," I'm like, "Bro, I go live at this time every day." I didn't even know you was fucking live because you don't usually go live. Like, and I ain't doing shit. Like my intent, I don't wake up thinking about no hurting nobody. I never woke up a day in my life with the intent to hurt somebody else. I never did, bro. And never will. I don't think nobody that goddamn important to me, bro. Or I gotta put hate in my heart and wake up angry and shit, trying to take the plans and shit to hurt somebody else. I'm straight. I got enough shit on my plate, bro. I got a wife and 2 kids, man. I gotta keep them here and a damn dog. This dog crazy as hell, man.
Nolo, what's up, buddy? I ain't speak to you in a
Man,
couple of
no, man.
days.
He got hit by a stump, bro.
What?
Came in the house. I'm like, man, what the hell is that smell? Smell like burnt tires or some shit. I'm like, went outside, like, oh damn. And I smelled her like, oh, I done washed her 5 times with that skunk off, whatever that shit called, and you can still smell
Damn, Nola.
it. Bro, we had to buy a new carpet, man. We got an area rug. It ain't the carpet. I had to buy a whole new area rug. I'm like, bro, that shit ain't coming off the carpet, bro.
Damn, Nola. You was just out there
So
minding your business, Nola.
my wife was excited as hell because she been trying to buy a new carpet for like 3 months, and I'm like, no, we don't need it. We don't need it. And so she like, what about now? She went and bought 2 of them motherfuckers. I'm like, God damn. Still happy Nola got sprayed by a skunk. I'm mad as hell. Like, now I gotta buy shit I ain't already had. I'm full with it, motherfucker. Like, I don't like buying shit I already got, bro. My wife, she'll look at something like that shit 2 years old. Let's go get a new one. Like, it's still good. What is you talking about? I'm full with it. I refinish something. I recreate. I take something to make it brand new before I go buy something. My wife ain't like that. She'll look at something for like 4 months, like I'm tired of it. Let's go get something new. Like, bruh, it still works.
Shout out to Mrs. Word. Nola, Nola, she used you, Nola. It's all right. You still a good dog. Rudy, happy birthday, Rudy. I didn't know it was your birthday. I just looked in the chat and saw it was your birthday today. Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy,
You know,
happy birthday, Rudy.
may God give you, give you more life, health, and strength. And but that's the thing, right? Like you take the time, you take the time out, you step away from your family situation, right? And you come on here and you make the opportunity of having this conversations, right? I know people probably saying this conversation ain't about nothing, but for somebody it is. Why? Because they took the time out and say, yo, let me check out my big word. Let me check out my big nine. You know what I mean? Like, let me check them out. And now, we're here. We're here. We're having a conversation for you. We're sitting there. We're not excluding you. We're including you. And that's something that a lot of people in this world can't say on a consistent basis, right? Like, people don't add people into their conversation. People don't have concern about these people in their conversation. And everybody here, from the 9%. We just want y'all to know that you guys are important too. So, whether it's your birthday, like it is Rudy, or even when, young Riaz comes through, or people like, people like that, you are individual, you are a person, you're a human being, and we're not going to make light of it. We're not going to, we're not going to make you feel uncomfortable about it. Why? Because we understand, everybody is not perfect in life, but you are a part of life, and we're going to make sure we allow you to be a part of the conversation too, whether you're just typing or whatever it is. So, from that format, like I said, happy birthday, Rudy. And, may God continue to have his, give you life, health, and strength. That's the best we can do for you. But happy birthday.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'll be trying to leave the panel open for people to have conversation. I don't know, man. Maybe I keep feeling like um my wife, she won't let me promote myself as a life coach for no panel. She like, nah, that's what you get paid for. You ain't giving that shit up for free. My wife be on my head, bro. So I have to find a way to, market myself on it, brother. But I try to just do open conversations, man. We talk about anything,
Yeah.
man. People got a question, I answer whatever, bro. People, you know, I don't be stingy with knowledge, man. I'll be trying to get a shit away. It's just people don't want to be talking to me. That's crazy. I don't know, bro. It's crazy how the extent people will go through to try to challenge me on something versus have an actual dialogue with me. Like, I'd be more interested. I don't really give a fuck what people believe in, bro. I really don't. It don't got nothing to do with me. Like, I'm not here to change that. I don't care to change what people believe. I just try to add to people. Like, hey, this might work for you, it might not.
Mhm.
If you want it, pick it up. If you don't, but it's like I'm not trying to. push no ideologies or beliefs. I just be trying to give people tools they can use in life, bro. And people even try to like I don't know. I don't deal with shit like this in real life. Like people who don't experience shit, like who haven't practiced or did shit, they try to come and tell me what it is. Like that shit weird to me, bro. I don't deal with that shit in real life. But on here, man, these people weird, bro. These people just weird. Motherfuckers, if you want to argue and shit. I'd be more interested in having conversation.
Yeah,
These
that's
people,
like for me, right? Like I don't. I mean, I it's like I witness. I'm very observant, right? I see if I have a conversation, if I have a topic, I know people. You can tell by the chat sometimes, right? You can tell if somebody's gonna come in and want to have a conversation. But we have to also be mindful. We're trying to make you feel comfortable, but that's going to take time. So, when you got people like Mella that comes through every once in a while, when you got people like Dolly that made that special appearance that night, you know what I mean? You gotta be appreciative because they're taking they're coming out of their comfort zone. They don't usually do this type of stuff. So when they come up here, you have no choice but to make sure that they feel comfortable enough to have that conversation. You have to make sure that their voice is going to be heard, and more importantly, nobody try to scare them off and with their bullshit rhetoric and things like that. Let these people come on up here, have that conversation. Like I think one of the people that really has a lot to say, but they don't say it because they don't want the confrontation is people like Miss Chicago. It's people like what I mean. It's people like that. Uh, 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 girl dad and things, people like that. They want to have the conversation, but when they come on here, it's an honor and a privilege because they don't normally do it. So, but when they do it, we just make ourselves available and give them the proper attention and feedback if they need it, because we have to show the love you know that they may not be getting from somewhere else, but because of we're trying to make a platform to where people can be comfortable enough to come on and have the conversations. But then there's some people that are so fearful because of maybe a past experience on another panel, or past experience in real life, and think it's going to happen here as well. That's why we continue to build the comfort zone and the platform to where we're gonna allow you to speak. We're gonna allow you to express yourself, and if we can help you in any way, whether it's just listening or giving the advice when it's asked for, we are available. That's what makes us the 9%.
okay, let's just start with an idea. So tomorrow, I'm still doing Fuck Your Feelings Friday, right? I'm doing that tomorrow. Saturday afternoon, I'm gonna do the members only drive about emotional intelligence. Saturday night, I'm gonna have a conversation, the benefits of emotional intelligence. And I want you to think about what I'm saying. This is one of the benefits. I'm gonna tell you something. One of the benefits of emotional intelligence, and I want to see if you can break down how emotional intelligence leads to the benefit that I'm giving you. I want to see if you can do it right. Not putting you on the spot or nothing. I'm gonna tell you anyway. But one of the benefits of emotional intelligence is being able to surface read people. And what I mean by that is when I say surface read, you can gain an understanding of where they're coming from, like where their perspective is coming from.
Okay. Uh, now you saying the where they coming from? So this is from just pure vocal observation, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Like
that.
normally, okay, so I'm gonna give you more context because I was trying not to give you the answer because it can be confusing. I'm gonna see if did you hear what I said, Commander? I'm gonna see if she can answer it. But what I said,
Commander
I
is
tried not
here.
to put too much
Can
information
you hear
into it.
me?
I would have gave you the answer. Yeah, what up, though?
Oh, okay, you can hear. I could hear you. I can't hear Gary.
You can't hear Gary? Gary, say something.
Mic check, mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Okay, I got it. I hear you.
Okay. So I asked Gary, one of the benefits of emotional intelligence is gaining an understanding of where a person's perspective is coming from.
Yeah, putting yourself in their shoes and trying to see, like, yeah, why are they reacting that way or what's going on? I do that too much to a fault, though, you know?
See, this is how it leads to it because like even when you look, I want to show y'all something. I think this is bullshit, and this is why I'm doing this, and this is why I teach this because I took you can say a class. It was like I think it was like 9 months. It was a 9 month class about emotional intelligence. Like I didn't even know they had classes about it, but I had a buddy of mine told me about it, and I took it. It was an online course, and I took it. Just to see what they was talking about. Because I liked the concept. But after I took it and started practicing it myself, I created my own um, guideline of how to practice it. But I want to show y'all what they say emotional intelligence is. I think it's bullshit. Where the fuck?
All
Oh,
right,
my
while
bad.
he's doing that, what up, Gary? What up, Nine?
Commander, how
Nine's in
are
the
you?
chat. Chat, where you at? I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah. Shout
Oh,
out
they
to
said
Commander.
something.
Listen, man. Shout out to Commander. I'm very happy for Commander because I see like her subs is going up, and I just think I think that's a record a recognition to who she is and who she is becoming, and that's just because of her her consistency, whether it's here, wherever she's at. Like, she deserves the recognition of being who she is, because that's who she is. It's nothing una, una, unauthentic,
Thank you, Gary.
unrecognizable. She's very authentic, pretty much, is what I'm trying to say. And when you are that consistent with who you are, there should be nothing but respect. And like I said, she's deserving of everything that she has coming towards her. So shout out to Commander.
You're awesome, Gary. Thank you. I'm not laughing. Like, I'm laughing because yeah. It's because sometimes, like, you said, well, whether it's from here or somewhere else, because sometimes I get around and then people say, oh, I sub to you or I'll find you. But that's pretty cool, though, right? I think it's pretty cool.
It is, and that's what I'm saying. And with you, there's no switch up, and that's very rare from an individual, let alone a female. You know what I mean? It's just you, who you are on a consistent basis, and like I said, whether it's you, whether it's Rachel, you got, like, her passion is her passion. Your passion is your passion. It's two different passions, but it's the results that's what make you guys who you are. And even though she's not here, shout out to her too, because
Shout out to Ryder.
she has a passion. She has a passion for whatever it is, whether it's her town, whether it's a situation like today when she was talking about the little kid that had to go through that situation. It's something that she stands on. She loves kids. She loves her community, and it's making her a better person. She's overcame her community, and now she wants a better one. So you have no choice but to cheer her on, because you see how far she's came and where she wants to go. And for me personally, I will always support somebody who's trying to become diverse from the situation that they left.
Yeah, she's real. Like, there's different sides to us, right? Like, sometimes when she gets really passionate and she says bad words, that's just because that's what, like, she's passionate. Some of the stuff, like, pisses her off sometimes too, you know, like a lot of these injustices and things like that. But she's got her soft side too. She's got her poetic side. Like there's different sides to Reddit, and they're all great.
I agree. And one thing that she will always do, she will give you credit. She will give credit when it's due. And she will, and it seems like it's a repetitive thing, but that just shows how appreciative she is to people that give her the opportunity to allow herself to open her mind, as she would say, go down the rabbit hole and things like that, challenge her,
Yeah.
her responsibility of being the person that has understanding. So she goes, some
She's
people
not
may
just
feel she goes
talking, she's
above and beyond.
contributing.
Right. She might go above and beyond, trying to understand what it is. But the fact that she's doing something that not a lot of people are really willing to do, especially on here, and that's be responsible enough to try to understand what's being said. And if she don't get it, she'll ask the questions that she need to ask. So shout out to her as well.
Yeah, and she's staying on track too. She's staying on track. She's not, like with all the drama going on and some of the, in the app. She's staying on track. She's not deviating from her message. Her drive is there. All right,
So
word. Sorry.
Word.
Go
What
ahead,
the
word.
damn hell is this? We over here, we shout people out. You over here putting stuff up here. We don't know what this is.
so these are like the components of emotional intelligence, right? Is one self awareness. I agree
Is
with
this
that,
what
right?
this is something you Googled, or like this
This
is
is
yours?
on Psych Central. No, this is something I Googled. This is Psych Central. I'm gonna show you why I think it's bullshit. I mean, from a practical way. Like if you actually trying to practice this, I mean, it's so much. Like I'll show you. I have to tell you what I'm talking about. So self awareness, I agree with that. And everything has duality. So the more you're aware of self, the more you can identify outside of yourself. Meaning, like if you can identify your own emotions, you can identify when other people are in those emotional states. So that's the duality of self awareness. It's not only you, but it's being able to identify outside. So that's like in the teachings, I'm gonna show the duality of because it's two parts of emotional intelligence, and most people just even this. I mean, the way they try to the way they uh present it is more about self, but it's the byproduct or it's the results which you get from working in self. You can identify those same things and out, in other people. So anyway, self awareness is one part. I agree. Self regulation, I agree. But within self regulation, like even if you look at the bottom, it also means you know how to ease tension, manage conflicts, cope with difficult scenarios, and adapt to changes in your environment. It is all about bringing out the part of yourself that helps. I don't agree with that as far as regulation. The regulation is to control or contain your own emotions. Being able to, if you high, being able to take it low, right? Being able to take it like if I'm mad, self regulation is bringing myself from mad to a stable place where I'm not going to be impulsive, making impulsive decisions or impulsive action. That's emotional regulation. So I agree with that until this part because they mashed in a part that they don't even talk about. And so even motivation. So emotional intelligence, I'm like, how does that lead to motivation? Well, if you're instinctively motivated, you have a thirst for personal development, you're highly driven to success whenever your version of success looks like. You're inspired to accomplish. That's a byproduct of emotional intelligence. That ain't got shit to do. That's the benefits. That's something you get from having EQ, right? Empathy, again, has nothing to do with emotional intelligence. This is a byproduct of it. So when they talk about like people are actually reading this and I'm looking Like people talk about emotional intelligence online. I'm like, bro, that's not what it is. And I can tell you to Google it from somewhere. But
Well,
it's
isn't
I can
empathy part of the first one you mentioned, or they mentioned
no
the
empathy
empathy
has nothing to
part,
do
like
with emotional intelligence. Empathy
the
has
like trying to
nothing to do.
understand someone else's emotions?
That's really not empathy. Like when you think
But
of
but you
empathy,
could
is
use
more
empathy.
yeah, you can use empathy, but I don't think even when I'm trying to empathy doesn't help me identify where a person emotionally is at. Empathy is me empathizing with a person. So I'm putting
Yeah.
myself in their same state.
But
That's
like
not
let's say once
emotional.
you identify it, like once you identify where it's coming from, then maybe you can empathize with them and it can help
That's
you.
why I said it's a byproduct.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if I can identify, but to identify, I can't put myself in that state because what if they're in an emotional state and it's some bullshit? You know, what if they just, I don't want to say it like that, but a lot of times, like
Manipulating.
I don't really do empathy or sympathy for nobody. I don't think it's beneficial to empathize or sympathize with people. I used to say I don't sympathize with people, but now I don't think it's beneficial to even empathize with people
Like when people say,
because
"Well, you don't know what I've been through. I've been through this, that." Like sometimes they use it to manipulate a situation, and versus
why would I put myself in another person's shoes when my shoes already tight as fuck, bro? It's already hard enough to walk in mine. I'm not putting myself in nobody else's shoes. I don't need to wear your shoes to have compassion for you. And if you want to say compassion is a form of empathy, I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna argue that. But what I'm saying is I can't help you if I'm with you. If I'm fucked up with you, I can't help you. I can't do nothing for you. I can't logically think if I'm in my emotions too. So how we gonna come up with a solution if we both emotional?
because at that point, what you're just agreeing with them or what?
I mean, I can agree with you without feeling what you feeling. I don't need to feel what you feel.
He's
Like I
saying if
don't
we're
need that.
both in the same shoe, how could we how do we get out of it together? If I'm with you, one of us got to be out of the situation in order for the other one to get pulled out.
If
You
you
either gonna get pulled
if
out or you're gonna get pulled in.
if you in quicksand, there's no point in me jumping in to try to help you. I can't jump in quicksand to try to help you out of it. You see what I'm saying? I can't. Then we both go sink.
Right.
But you could
So
still, well, okay, go on. Sorry, I'm just go on.
I mean, I just don't see how you can create. I don't see how you create solutions from empathizing with someone. I don't
I
see it.
still think you can though, because like you can empathize where maybe someone is because you've been there before, but now you're out of it. So then you can talk to them with the point of view of like how you overcame that. It's
But if
not
I now
necessarily that you're in their place.
even what you said, right? So this is the process of that. If I see someone going through something that I've been through, right? For me to empathize, I have to put myself back in that state. But for me to help them, I got to take myself out of that state. Because if I go back in that state, I might have a relapse. Like if
Mm.
someone, you know what I'm saying? Like if I can't, I mean, so for me to help, I can put myself back in that state, but I can't stay there to help them. I have to come out of it because now
It,
I overcame that already. So there's really no point in me going back, but I can be like, damn, I've been through that. So let me help them. But that's not me empathizing. That's just me identifying like, damn, I did go through that. And I know how it feels. So let me help them. But I don't have to go back into that feeling to have the desire to help that person because they went through something I went through.
that might be for so for word. This is it might sound crazy, right? Because we all speak about inside out. This may be one of the only times that he's actually saying in this case, it has to be outside in, meaning you can only help me from outside of the situation. Because if we're both inside of the situation, we may not we may not be strong enough to pull ourselves out of it. So it's an outside in situation.
I say it like this too, man. I seen some people going through some shit I went through, and I identified that they ain't even built to overcome it. Like they ain't got the proper tools to overcome it. So I
Yeah.
can keep trying to help you, but it's they want me to do the work for them. I can't do it. You have to do the work. I can give you the tools to get the job done. I can give you the instructions. I can give you all that, but I can't do it for you. You
Well,
have to
and
do it for
emotional
yourself.
intelligence doesn't require for you to help somebody, right? It could just
No.
be it could just be like understanding where they're coming from.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like this for
Yeah.
instance, right? If somebody having a bad day, right? This is emotional intelligence, right? I can see somebody having a bad day, and they might snap on me, right? And I'm like, look, you know what? I'm not even gonna take, I'm not gonna take it to heart because they just having a bad day. Let me walk away because I know if I engage right now where they're emotionally at, they might take it further than they're willing to go because they're
Oh,
emotionally
definitely.
impulsive right now.
Yeah.
So since I'm in my right mind, let me walk away.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's emotional intelligence. You're identifying where they're at. And you can say, and by a byproduct, if you want to say I can empathize for that,
Yeah.
I even let that go because I had bad days like that where I was just
Yeah.
snapping, you know. So I
Yeah, where
understand
you
that.
feel
So I can,
like damn.
yeah. So I can let that go. Whatever they did or said, I can let that go because I just know they having a bad day. They going through some shit. They probably got a death in the family. They probably lost their job. They
Multiple
probably
things
found out
at
their wife
once.
was cheating on them. Their kid ain't theirs. They might be going through some shit. I don't know. I can just tell right now they're emotionally impulsive, meaning they're functioning off an emotional mind state versus a mindset because this is not their normal behavior. So I can let this go. That's why, like, even when people come on here tripping and I don't know 'em, I always give them what I always say, man, I let shit go for a while, see if we can calm it down. Now they come back the next day and do the same thing, it's fuck you. Now you just
And the
show me
next day and the
consistent
next
behavior.
day.
Yeah, that's showing me consistent behavior. That's just who you are now. But if I don't know you,
So
shit, I don't know if you're having a good day or a bad day. So a lot of times the
right.
first day I let shit go until it get extreme, and then I'm like, nah, I cut it off. But if they come back the next day, I give them another chance.
So here's my question, and it may seem like I'm going off to the conversation, but if you have emotional, if you have emotional intelligence, right? th- Isn't that adding to your discernment, or is it vice versa, or you know what I mean? Like, how does that work?
So is is so even discernment, right? I think that's just another form of having emotional intelligence,
Okay.
coopulated with critical thinking. Being able to control your emotion, not having the emotion create an action before you can filter it with a thought. That's what discernment is, so, right? Hey, I found a verse. You know that when they say be slow to speak, quick to listen.
Mhm.
That's a
Mm-hmm.
Bible verse, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Bible verse, bro. That's emotional intelligence, bro. That's a form, is like emotional intelligence is in the realm of psychology, right? So, like if you think of stoicism, right, that will be emotional intelligence in the form of philosophy, right? And then, like that quote I just said of the Bible teaches emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
The
Mm-hmm.
Bible teaches that. It's just a different terminology being used to describe the same fucking thing. And emotional intelligence is nothing but mastery of self. You're mastering yourself because I broke down how a thought leads to a feeling leads to an action, and it is a circular motion. Bro. So you
Mm-hmm.
got a thought that leads to an emotion, the emotion leads to an action, the action leads to a result. Byproduct of the result create belief. Byproduct of the action creates behavior. You see what I'm saying? So everything leads to something else. Everything has a cause and effect. And when you go through that constant cycle, if you can't control it, someone else can. Because if I can create an emotion, I can change your behavior. If
Right.
I can get you to consistent, and that behavior will create a belief, bro. Because the actions from your behavior, if you consistently do it, you're going to believe this is the result.
Yeah.
So that's how people control and manipulate people, is
Hmm.
through their perception, how they perceive and feel about things. So if you don't control that, someone else will control it. That's why we get
I
all
believe that.
so much hate. Like people wake up hating people that they don't even fucking know, bro. Like if you think about racism, that shit is so stupid to me. Like you hate somebody because of their skin color. Like you don't even know these fucking people. You don't even
Yeah,
know
it's
them.
stupid.
They ain't even did nothing to you, bro. They ain't even did. You just hate them because of their color. How does that fucking make sense? Why would you put hate in
Makes
your
no
heart?
sense.
Right. Why would you put hate in your heart because somebody got a skin color, bro? Why would you put hate in your heart because somebody a Republican, a Democrat, a Christian, an atheist? Why would you hate that?
Because that's
That shit
easier
don't
to
make
Yeah,
do.
sense.
That's
there's
That's
people
easy,
easier to
that
but
as
do.
soon as
it's
they find out you voted for the opposite, voted for someone they didn't like, they automatically they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to befriend you. Yeah,
man. Some of the
automatically.
coolest
It's
people I know voted for Trump, bro. I still love them.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean,
they
I
voted
voted
for
for
Trump.
Trump, and I'm grateful for the people that don't judge me for it. I mean, you could
If I
think
ever
whatever
gave
you
you hell for
want,
that,
but yeah, but don't take
if
it
I
out
ever
on me. Nope, you never
Yeah,
have.
like shit, that's what she want. Like even when we was having that conversation with that Hebrew Israelite, and King Blackout was like, I don't believe black people should get reparations. That ain't make me hate King Blackout. That's his opinion. That's how he feel. Why
Yeah,
would I care about like get
I don't
mad at
agree with it. I wish he would
yes.
think different, but I can't change. Like
But
I could
that's the
try
I
beauty.
don't
But
to have him see it
that's the
my way,
beauty
but
of the
hmm
that's the beauty of the emotional intelligence, right? It's like what we say on this channel all the time, right? To listen to understand, right? That's emotional intelligence. Because if you hear to
that's a
respond, that
byproduct
means
of
you're
it.
gonna be out of pocket. Right. That's you're gonna be out of pocket. You just talking because it triggered you to do something. So now you don't have the intelligence to control your emotions, right? Just because he don't black people don't you know they don't deserve reparations. You the intelligence is that you have the understanding to hear both sides. Well, he might be right because he might feel you. Some people don't. They wouldn't know what to do with it if they got to reparate. You don't know what they're gonna say, but if you have the intelligence to sit down to listen to what he's saying, he may make a valid point, not to persuade you, but to say, you know what, I understand what he says now, or I understand what Commander said now. So now I can sit there and now knowing what they said, it allows me not to agree with them, but to understand their viewpoint. That doesn't make you a criminal. That doesn't make you a bad person. To understand what somebody's going through. What it does make you is it makes you emotionally intelligent to where you don't come out of pocket because they feel the way that they feel.
there
Hmm.
are some
You
things
see
though
it?
I won't accept, like of how sometimes some people think that I rather just not be around them. It depends though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah. I mean,
that's natural.
that, and going back to the question I asked y'all, I don't even think I answered, but like that's what like understanding if a person is coming from an emotional standpoint or if they critically thinking or logically thinking, and you can always tell um by having develop an emotional intelligence, and you can tell how like their perception is built, and that's how you read people is you're trying to understand where they're coming from. And oftentimes people don't pick up little cues like when people talking and they be like, "Well, this is how I feel." They're telling you it's coming from a personal experience versus this is how
Mm-hmm.
I. When you think something, 9 times out of 10, you ain't experiencing, you hypothesizing how things would be or wouldn't be, and you can tell just those little cues, But being able to listen to comprehend is a benefit of emotional intelligence, because what happens is we get emotionally triggered and we become emotionally impulsive when we hear like you having a conversation with somebody and they take one part of what you said and they harping on that, like, hold on, bro, that ain't even the whole context of what I said. You focusing on one. That's what triggered them, and you can tell because when people are critically or logically thinking, they have to get the sum of the information before they can logically or critically think. But when people are
Right.
just hearing, they become more impulsive. That's when they start cutting you off and shit, or focusing on one aspect of what you said because that's what triggered them. So a lot of times, like when I'm talking, that's why I don't even be interested in talking to some people, because I'm like, bro, we can't even. You're motherfuckers be yelling and shit or screaming or keep cutting you off. I ain't emotional. You can't. You don't even identify it in yourself. You can't even admit to yourself that you're being emotional. That whatever I said triggered you. That's why you're impulsive. It's not what you say, it's what you're doing. It's telling me the story. You're impulsive because you can't regulate your emotions. I said something and it triggered you. You took everything I said out of context and made it what you wanted it to be versus taking what I said. That's not critically thinking. That's not listening. You got emotionally triggered and now you're projecting how you felt or how you feel about what I said. You're not telling me how you think about what I say. You're telling me how you feel about what I'm saying. Fuck your feelings. I don't care how you feel about what I'm saying. I really
That's
don't.
tomorrow.
I don't care about how nobody feel about what I'm saying because I can't determine how they feel. I can't control the way a person feels, so I don't care how you feel about what I'm saying. Tell me what you think about what I'm saying. Now, if you can't do that, then because like I said, I don't like when I was telling Speak, I don't talk to non-black people about reparations. I think it's asinine. It ain't got nothing to do with them. This is something I'm emotionally tied to. So I'm gonna talk to like-minded people and have these conversations because without experiencing what I experienced, you'll never know how I feel about it. So it won't make logical sense of what I'm saying about why I feel I deserve reparations. It won't make logical sense, but it make emotional sense. So what's the purpose of me talking to somebody who can't identify with what I'm saying? No point.
I, I think they would have to have like deeper understanding. But wait, I'm
They
sorry
will
I
have
interrupted
to.
you when you were doing the chart. I know
Hmm?
you just barely got on like the second part of the chart that you were showing.
Hmm.
I
Oh
apologize.
my bad, I ain't even in the house no more. But no, so what they were missing, so they was talking about social skills. Those are all byproducts of emotional intelligence. They ain't got shit to do with emotional intelligence. That's what you gain from it. But what they don't have on there is emotional expression. They tried to add it into emotional regulation, but emotional expression is important too. It's how you express your emotions because even joy or happiness, you can express that the wrong way. You can be all happy and kiss somebody who don't want to be kissed. You can be happy and touch somebody that don't want to be touched. You're expressing your emotions the wrong way. You have to be able to read, okay, I'm happy. This person, I have a relationship with this person, so I can do this. I can joke with this person. Or, okay, I'm happy, but this person ain't in a good mood. So I shouldn't joke with this person. So I have to know how to properly express my emotions too. How to identify not only how I feel, but take into account how other people feel is is my understanding of emotional expression. Which I looked through 6 or 7 different sites. I ain't seen nobody talk about that shit, but that's important too.
That yeah. That's just like, how you were just talking about, the expressions of a thing, right? Like, cutting somebody off. Even when like the duality of the thing, even when you're excited about, you might bring up a topic and like, yo, I'm so excited and I'll cut you off. Right. That's that's still that's not an emotional intelligent, right? Because you still have to listen to what's being said, even though you may agree with the person. You have to sit back and just listen to what they're saying, because they may make their point for you, but you get so excited you jump right into the conversation. It's a trigger, no matter how you look at it. People don't understand triggers can be good or bad, right? You know, like you might say something very positive and you just jump right into conversation, not because you trying to be rude. It's just that it triggered you so much that you want to add on to it so fast. That's a trigger. That's an emotional. That's not being emotionally intelligent. That's you being triggered by, I don't know. Somebody might say love bombing, right? It could be that type of situation. As far as, like when you said, uh you gonna be triggered. Yeah, I was excited. I was just about to say that. I had to catch myself just now, just because we agreed on something, but I didn't want to jump the gun. It showed that I had to be intelligent enough to sit back, because you hit my trigger about, the positiveness of the positive negative of being emotionally triggered in a conversation.
I mean, and that's like one of the key factors. I mean, that's the final step is emotional expression. But all that other shit, social skill, all that is a byproduct of emotional intelligence. The more emotional intelligent you are, the more you can develop different social skills like listening, you know, being empathetic
Right.
towards someone. The more emotional intelligent you know when to be empathetic and when not to be empathetic. You know what I'm saying? Like I can tell when somebody bullshitting me with a sad story versus when somebody just venting or getting something off their chest. You know, every time somebody tells a sad story, they ain't looking for, sometimes people just need to vent, get the shit off their chest and they done with it and they move on from it. But then some people give you all these sad ass stories to get you emotionally triggered to respond to they, sad ass story. So I
How can
mean,
you
being
tell?
emotionally intelligent, you can identify that shit, bro.
How can you tell when somebody just wants you to listen versus somebody wants advice? Is it because they have to ask you for the advice? And until
Usually,
then, you should just keep quiet?
yeah, yeah. Because sometimes people they just want to vent, they just want to get it off their chest, and they done with it. I'm like that. Sometimes I just need to say shit and be done with it, and I move on. If I want advice, then I ask for it. Like I can't use myself as an example anytime I try to emotionally trigger somebody on here. Like, that's good. But you'll have times where people will be like, "Oh my God, I need help because of this," and they keep beating on the drum, pulling on the heartstring. This gonna
Oh,
happen
that's
to me.
called
That's gonna
sad
happen to me.
fishing.
If- Yeah, if this if I don't get this money, then this is gonna happen to me. Oh my God, this they just looking for sympathy and shit. Or when somebody keeps dwelling on it, or but you tell somebody like, "Oh, yes, I think like, this ain't funny, man." But this girl was telling me about, her boyfriend being abusive. And I'm like, why don't you just get away from me? Like, you the one making the money and shit. And she kept, like, every day she come to work talking about how abusive he is. Yeah, I found out who her boyfriend is. Like, I know this guy, he a fucking lame. And I'm looking like, you just draw sympathy from these dudes. This dude ain't abusive. He a fucking lame. You running over his ass.
He's a
Like I
what?
know he a lame. Like what a simp.
Oh,
Well, we call them lames. Y'all call them simps now. But like dude's been a simp his whole life. I grew up with a sister. I dated a sister, and I used to try to put a backbone in him. Like, bro, But she coming to work. She taking care of that. How about he's doing this, verbally abusing me? I'm like, damn, why did you? She just wanted attention from the people at the hospital, hoping she can get a guy working at a hospital. Like she trying to get a nurse or something, telling these sad ass stories about how she been abused at home. And everybody like, oh my God, you want us to help you get a shelter? You want us to help? We can help you move. If they just donate money and shit, I'm looking like y'all wild as hell. Like,
but
yeah, I barely gotta pay all the bills. I can't even eat. They buying her lunch and shit. I'm looking like, oh my God, bro. Like you fucked up. There's people like that in this world. Like, so I had to experience them to really like, damn. Like people are playing on your sympathy and your empathy, man.
but also,
Mm-hmm.
don't you think sometimes though it can be a case where like people have a personality that they show to other people versus home, you know?
But see, with
It
that
could be a
story,
different way.
this is
Maybe not
this
in
is
that
like
story.
when she showed me who she was, like who he was on Facebook. Like I said, I dated her sister. I'm like, no, I know dude. So I contacted her sister, like, man, your brother. And she put me in contact with him, and he came up to the hospital one day. And was like, man, you tell the people I'm doing all this shit. He was like, "You working 2 jobs, and you working part time here and shit." It's like going off on her. He didn't even know she was part time. She told him he was full time. So she was only working 2, 3 days a week, and the other 2 days she was going out and shit, hanging out and shit. And he thinking she at work. Like, man, that shit was crazy. They exposed the shit out of her. She ended up leaving.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, I guess he
Miss
wasn't a
Tracy,
She
what
temp
was
up
after
though?
all. Hey, Miss
Miss
Tracy,
Tracy
how you
High.
doing?
She
What
was
up,
she was
man?
ooh, she was manipulating the whole situation.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I felt like a snitch though after that shit. Because a friend of it, it was like I'm the one like she did that shit for like 4, 5 months though, man. She was
Oh,
Yeah,
you
running
people
with that
make
saved
for
the
like,
themselves the victims, right?
man,
you saved
bro.
the lane. You
Victim ain't
saved
the
the
word. Like she was talking about, and then I'm like after, like she said, "Oh, he's hitting on me," and then like 2 days later, I'm like, "Damn, where the fucking bruises at?" Like if he whooping your ass, you should be bruised. You know, usually when people say they get their ass whooped, they showing a bruise or something. I'm like, she ain't never shown no bruise, and she ain't never, you know. And I'm like, okay, maybe she put makeup on. I don't know. You know, you start
lane.
making excuses and shit for people. Like that's how you know when they got your ass. When you start making excuses for shit, you like, hold on, man, what a brute. Oh, ain't no bro. Okay, she probably put makeup on it. She don't want to be all
He
embarrassed.
was
Fuck,
so
you telling us for she don't want to be embarrassed about it. It's like I'm literally going through my mind like, nah, this shit, something ain't right. Like something ain't right.
she was oh my god, she was using your emotions against you. Or she was trying to. Because that's
Master
crazy.
manipulate. No, she did, bro. Well, I ain't never donated. I bought her lunch one time, I think, but I ain't never
That's what I'm
donated
saying.
no money.
She used the
Bro, she was
emotions and she
like,
like yeah,
Lots of people
but
do
that's
that
the danger.
online,
But that's the
especially
danger
grifting
if
and
you don't have that
catfishing.
control. Yeah, I didn't even know catfishing was a thing till just now. And that's what I'm saying. Like they that's crazy, man. That she pulling the people heartstrings and like he's abusing me, and you're like, wait a minute, how's the lame abusing you? Why would the lame? So the lame found strength to abuse you now. This is what you're telling me. That's when like I
I
can't
had
be I
someone
can't be
sadfish me.
associated with that. What
I had someone
you?
sadfish me, and then I gave them money, right? And then right after that, she went on a trip, and then she said, like, she saw that I saw her go on a trip or whatever, and then she messaged me and said, "Oh, the trip I went on or whatever, the money you gave me, I didn't use it for the trip. Like that money went to bills and this and that." Like she was trying to make it okay, and I said, it's okay, whatever, like because I know that if I give someone some money, I know not to expect it back, and people are gonna do whatever they want. But she sadfished me though. That's how she got it.
I ain't gonna say
That's
this
that
YouTuber
bullshit.
name, man. It was this one YouTuber, and they was in the circle I was in the beginning, and they was crying about their baby needed diapers, right? So people start donating money. Why the next day this motherfucker eating lobster and shit? They had a restaurant and shit. And I'm like, why would you post that shit when you was just begging people? And then they start going in on you,
Exactly.
bro. They start going in, like, hold on, bro. How you eat lobster and shit when you was just crying about your baby needing diapers and shit?
Yeah, I didn't say nothing, but lesson learned. You ain't getting no more money from me. I'm not mad at her, but whatever. People do that. They do that. It's crazy.
I couldn't do that, bro. I can't come online begging for nothing. And shit, life be life, bro. Like I'm trying to get a new roof, but shit, I ain't about to come online begging for no money and shit. I'm gonna
Oh,
just
I've seen
liquidate
people
some
do that they sadfish for a roof. All kinds of stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Man, I put
they do that for the
61K
smallest of
into the
things,
like
though.
since since the time we moved into this house, man. We put 61K into this. I probably got another. I mean, the roof itself is like 34. I probably got another
Wow.
at least 60,000 to put into this house. I probably got another 60
But you know,
just to
like if
get it
people
where.
have a, sorry,
You
go
said
ahead.
what? No,
No, like
no,
some people have a nice following, and like, yeah, some people are willing to pitch in because they like the person and they're willing to help them, because if you have, you know, 300 people give $10 or whatever, like it adds up, and then now they have
yeah, that shit
some money
added up.
to take care of stuff, and they just look at it like, oh, I got this community and they're willing to help me, and it's nice.
But it was just it wasn't on YouTube. It was on Facebook. It was just I think she was part of my spiritual group, but man, I donated like it was me and this other dude. Well, it was his car. I ended up buying it for like 500, and we and donated her. He took it to her, but I bought it, and they was in the same state. But she needed a car. She was a single mother, needed a car. She was catching the bus back and forth to work, and he was like, man, my boy hit me up and was like, I got this car for 700. And I was like, well, I don't need it because at that time I was flipping tires and said we'd buy cars and do the brakes or rotors, whatever it needed, and flip it real quick. And I was like, man, I need 500, but I give you an extra 100 if you can take it to the. And I told him he was like, I'd take it for free. You ain't gotta give me an extra 100. So he drove the car to her. I was like, that was cool, bro. So I did shit like that before, but that was on Facebook. That was years ago.
But I think
That
if
was
people are
years ago.
honest, it's better, right? Like if you say, like Tracy, what up? She says it's football time. But
It
like if you
sure
say
is.
It's ready for some football.
I want to take a trip to like a football game in another state, and you're telling the truth and people pitch in, but it's like, hey, you're telling the truth rather than making up
Yeah.
some lie to get people emotionally, you know, empty their pockets, sad fishing them. I think it's better if you tell the truth. Like, hey, I want to go on this trip. If you guys are willing to help, here's my cash app. I personally have seen too much drama. Like one time I was going through something and people offered to cash app, and I was like, nah, I'm good. No, I'm good, because like it turns into drama, and then it turns into attacks, and then people start doxing you and all this stuff because they're mad about other people donating to you. I'm good.
This guy I follow on here. He a football guy. Like his content is Lions football. And every time game day coming up, like the week before, he'd be like, "Hey, I'm trying to go to this game. If y'all want to donate." When I went to go see my cousin, I actually donated like $30 to him. I think I didn't get to meet him at the game, but I was watching his live stream as we was walking out, and I was trying to link up with him. He was like, "What gate you at?" He was like, "We was trying to link up," but I'm like, "Bro, I gotta go." I'm with some people. So, and I went to go see my cousin after the game, and I'm like, he don't, they don't stay there that long. They come out, see the family or whatever, take pictures, and then they go. So I'm like, I can't, he was on the other side of the stadium, and I'm like, I got to go. But he be telling the truth, like shit. They be donating thousands of dollars to him because he go out of town to the games too. Like, hey, I'm trying to go to the Chicago game. I need a hotel, and because he do the content. People and they like his content. They
Yeah,
donate.
just tell
Like,
the
yeah, we
truth.
want you to go there. Yeah, we
There's
want
people
you to
that are
go there to get.
happy to give you
Yeah,
money.
because that's how they experience it through him. So like shit, when I can, I donate to him. I like his channel. 'Cause
There's
he
people
a
who can't
biased
leave the
Lions fan.
house,
He biased
and
as hell. So I love that shit. Like he like I ain't a football fan. I'm a Lions fan. Like he's like fuck everybody. Like his Lions. Oh, he be cussing out the Lions GM. Like we need pass rushers. We don't need no damn cornerbacks, man. I'd be like, I remember, bro, when they lost that game against Washington, he snapped, bro. He like went the fuck off. That shit was. I kept telling y'all we need more pass rushers. Y'all getting all these injured ass cornerbacks. and we ain't got nobody to rush the damn ball. What the damn quarterback? So like he was spazzing downtown, bro. I'm like, oh my god. I'm in the chat fucking with him. He was like, look, word. I want to hear that shit. I'm like, I was like, I'm clipping that. He was like, I told y'all. And he was like, Dan Campbell. I was like, oh man. Like he passionate about that shit. That's why I love passionate people, bro. I don't care what they passionate in. Shout out to PIA, man. Shout out to all the people who create art, man. I love watching people like that. You know, they just be passionate about what they doing, they craft, man. I love it, man. Yeah, I love that shit.
Shout
That's
out
the
to
energy,
755.
bro.
Yeah, they, that's what they
Oh,
do. You know
tomorrow.
what I mean?
Hey, they got something going on tomorrow, bro. Make sure y'all catch it. I put it on. Let me pull it up. I put it on my
Yeah,
community
I saw
wall.
it.
I seen the community war. Yeah,
It's like a
Like a
what was
streaming
that thing?
party, like a
it's like
Yeah,
like a
it's
channel
like
hop,
a streamathon.
like
yeah, it's like
like a
a channel
channel
hop.
hop.
Yeah, we go from one channel. So if y'all got time, let me pull it up for y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Why you ain't subbing to me though? If y'all got time, go check out. It's starting with Just Kidding, August 9th. It's
755.
starting off
Just kidding.
from 12 to 1. Then from 1 to 2, we gonna be at Gelly's Design. And then from 2 to 3, we're gonna be at Shell Maker. Just Gifted from 3 to 4. Shout out to all these content creators, man. Make sure y'all, if y'all can show them some love, I'm gonna definitely share these streams up. So look on the community wall. Um, Accessories. And then Shandy, man. I love Shandy. She got a
I
voice,
love
man.
Shandy too.
Yeah, I love Shandy, man.
She's cool.
Yeah, so we gonna run the
And
gauntlet.
just gifted. She's cool too.
Yeah, I never been to Just Get the channel. I don't think I've ever been over there.
She does like gift baskets. She does like crafts and stuff like that.
And these are people y'all can support by buying their products too. So that's why I said let's go through and check them out. If y'all catching this live, and shout out to all the replay supporters, man. If y'all catching this on replay, this going down tomorrow from 12 p.m. To 6 p.m. You know, even if you can just go over there and say what up though, drop a 9 in the chat. Just go support them and show them some love, man. Yeah, so
Yep.
y'all can't even see this. I'm talking. I ain't even share.
You outside? What you doing? Yeah, you
I ain't even
outside.
share, bro. Hold on, bro. I'm
I'm like,
talking
yo,
like
he
y'all
outside.
looking at
How
what
you
I'm
showing
looking
us?
at, bro.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, pull a little Tay Tay,
I'm like,
man. Pull a little Tay Tay. Here we go. Now y'all can see what I'm looking at.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah, August
small
9th is
world.
going down.
Like I know just gifted like from a separate community, and then I seen her in 755, and then somebody else came into 755 and was like, "What are you doing here?" It's just like a small world. You see people from different communities and different channels. It's like,
Yeah.
wait, how do you know her, and how do you know this person? Like, do you guys know Carter's Eats? It's a
Who?
family. She
no.
has like she does mukbang, and then like one time I saw Tay Eats there, and I was like, oh, Tay Eats is here, because Carter's Eats does mukbangs and like family vlogging. So I think the
Watch
mukbang they know each
everybody.
other.
Like I gotta like you to watch you eat. I can't watch there. That should be making me hungry. And
I don't like mukbangs and the eating. I really don't.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I get fat as hell. Like when I see other people eat, I
Yeah,
be left out. Like, man, let me go find something to snack on while they eating too.
I
We can
get
eat
grossed
together.
out sometimes.
Yeah, the way some people eat, I'll be like, God damn, bro. But that's part of the mukbang is like smacking and drooling and all that shit. That's what
Carter's Eats, she
people like.
posted a tomato boil, and then she posted part of a clip of this other um I think a TikToker doing the oh god no. They were just like slurping on the boiled tomato, and I was like, ugh. I just gotta drop my
I
like and my comment, and I gotta go.
Man, I seen this one Asian lady eating noodles and the way she was slurping them, the noodles slapping her in the face. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with her, bro? Like this shit look
Yeah,
crazy.
and then it's
Like,
like
I can't do it.
overeating, like no, it's too much.
like
I can watch
yeah,
Tay
I see
Eats
people.
I
They be
can
talking
watch.
shit. That's why I like watching Tay. They be talking her talk, man. That's why I can listen to Tay. And I be trying to understand, like with Tay, like how the fuck did you get lipstick on your chin, bro? How does that happen?
Oh, that's easy. Lipstick
I'm sorry.
on the chin and the teeth and everywhere.
No, how do you like? What did you do? Like, did your chin come up into your top lip or did your bottom lip slip? Like, I
The
used to
bottom
fuck with
lip.
her like Tay. She used to get mad, like, and then she be in there double biting. Like, God damn, girl,
Double bite.
you get somebody put
Oh
this in
yeah.
their comments like you double biting. She like, I ain't double biting. I'm like, Tay, you do be double biting, bro. You like bite and then you go in again. That's a double bite, bro. You ain't biting and pull out. You bit and went in and bit again. Like, what you do with the first bite? How did you? Shout out to Tay, man. She gonna kick my ass. You see this?
What up, RCA? How you doing?
Who?
RCA Rights Camera Action. That's my homie.
What up,
Welcome.
though?
Welcome to the nine.
Welcome to the nine. We're just talking crap right now. We ain't really
So he
You know
does
about that.
subscribe to Rights Camera Action. If somebody can drop his link. He does
definitely got it.
cop watching and audits.
Oh yeah. Oh,
He
that'd be
does
dope.
audits and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, live streaming.
That's
Welcome
oh,
in,
not the
welcome in.
QR code. I
Yeah,
pulled
I
up the
invited them
QR
over
code.
here.
Welcome in. Rights camera action. Welcome in.
RCA, I posted something in your comments so you can watch a video on how to do the dual, inviting a guest to your vertical live stream.
Yeah, I ain't never did a vertical live stream yet. That's sad.
That's what's up, RCA.
Yeah, I was about to
Best mod
say if
ever.
you do they use if they use StreamYard
Nah,
it,
he just goes like straight up live, like vertical live. He gets
From
like,
okay.
YouTube?
he gets
Yeah.
like up to almost 400 people in there. It
Yeah, all
fluctuates
you
like
gotta do
280,
is
380.
yeah, I mean, it's not hard. Before you start the live, all you got to do is hit guest, copy that link, and then you have to send it to whoever you want to come up. Or you can put it on your community wall. Put the link on your community wall in the first person. But you only can have one person on your vertical live if you go straight from YouTube. If you go from StreamYard, you can have up to six. If you pay for it, you can have up to 10 doing a vertical live. You can do vertical live off StreamYard. If you need help with that, you can contact me or go through Commander and I can show you how to do
Well,
it.
the vertical live stream, obviously brings in a lot of new people, so it gets him a lot of
Yeah.
views. But one of the things that, like, I was telling him to do the dual, he's got a buddy, and then the buddy goes out with him too, so they can both
Oh yeah.
have two different views when they're watching the cops, and one of them goes that way, one of them goes this way, and then they can show two different views.
Yeah.
Or like
All you gotta
maybe
do is
mhm.
oh no, go ahead.
No, that's it.
Yeah, oh yo Riaz, what up though, little bro? Appreciate
What
you.
up
Yeah,
though,
all
young
you gotta
Riaz?
do is just copy that link before you start the live. Like when you setting up the live, you have to hit guess. It'll ask you if you want to guess or no guess. If you don't hit that yes, then you can't copy the link. But once you hit yes, it'll give you the option to copy the link. Just send it to whoever you want before you start. But you got to send it before you start the live. If you hit yes and don't copy and send it before the live, if you go out, it's gonna kick you out the live. So you got to send it before you start the live.
Yeah, you can email it.
Yeah.
Let's see,
Who's
somebody's in the
that
back
peeping
chat.
in my window?
Oh,
Nah.
it's young Riaz. Oh, you got him?
Yeah.
Yeah. What up?
Uh,
What's up, young Riaz? How you doing?
I'm doing good though.
Hey, so tomorrow word you're gonna do emotional intelligence because I have something that I want to cover either on petty vision. I can send you the video because you remember I was asking Miss Tracy about Vegas and I told her like after ICE they said that Vegas was slow. Well, I think it's
It's
not the case
dying.
because I went to go look
No, it's
though.
dying.
They
Mhm.
had well, I went to go well just the other day they had a whole Latino fest. They like everybody came out with like the lowriders. But there's this couple that I watch, Manny Wise. Like he just does
I
Vegas
heard it.
content on the strip, and so I went to go look to see, right? And I'm like, okay, let me see who I follow a couple people that do Vegas. Yo, oh my gosh, like it really hit me. I almost cried. He's in jail because he was beefing with another YouTuber, like this YouTuber couple, and just
Yeah.
like we see people like always beefing,
And he popped them online. He knocked
and
out both
he
of them.
yeah, he
The
knocked
other
out
night,
both of them.
you ain't
And
know that?
no, I didn't know, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
like
that was like what, a couple months ago.
Didn't
yeah, and
remember
I
that.
hadn't watched them.
I was talking about that. I didn't play none of the videos or nothing like that, but I was talking about that.
Well,
What
they
was
used to
it
be on
about?
panels. They used to be on panels. You know, beefing, talking about their beef and all this stuff like we see. And I just couldn't believe it. Just couldn't believe it. Because you never know when someone's serious. That's what I'm saying. Like, how can you tell? It's just best not to mess with people.
They were
I'm not
beefing
messing
for a
with
while.
people.
Yeah, they was
Yeah.
beefing for like they was getting each other channel struck and all that.
But sometimes people do that, right? It's content and you beef with each other and you go back and forth. And you know how like you hear people say like that's why I don't like to invite people to my house. Like say, "Oh yeah, come find me," or like, "I got something for you if you
Oh no, I
come."
ain't doing that.
Step
You
I
come to
don't
my house
because you
and
know what?
invite
I feel like this. You're putting it out to the
it.
universe and you're manifesting that
Yeah,
shit.
man.
And
That's
when it
like
really
when
happens, mm-mm.
That's like when Dubs was like, "Oh, let's do a boxing match." Right? No, that you come at me, bro. If me and you have any type of discourse and you come at me, bro, no, it ain't no boxing match. It ain't. We fighting for lives, bro. We fighting for survival. You got me fucked up. I ain't inviting. If
It's
you
a
come over
first
my house
street fight.
uninvited, bro, you go feel something, man. I don't play that shit.
So
No, no,
basically,
no.
a full on street fight.
What'd you say,
Man, I'm
Andreas?
40 plus years
I
old. I ain't
said
trying to fight
street fight.
nobody or do none of that shit, bro.
I
I got
said so
Street
tools in my
fight.
head. I
basically, a
can barely
full
see.
street fight.
Well, they went to Vegas to go on vacation, and then he's like, "Yeah, come to my town." Da 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 da. And then he was streaming, looking for them. Like, I'm looking for you guys on this trip. Like, I don't know if they took it serious or not. Like, if they really thought he was gonna do it or not. But he did it.
They
I
was
didn't. I didn't know
laughing
you
at him when
covered
they
it.
seen him. They was laughing at him when they seen him.
Well,
And
did you
then
see the
next thing you
wife? The
know,
way she talked to him, the wife was like, she talked to him all crazy.
but do you
She was
know
like,
that's the
come
second
here, get over
encounter?
here.
You know that's not the first encounter they had in real
Right, they
life.
had a
The
different
first
one.
encounter they had in real life, old boy pepper sprayed the wife. Manny pepper sprayed old boy wife, bro.
Right. So that's a clue right there. Like you're
What?
messing with the
Yeah, like bro,
crazy
this dude
person.
willing to pepper spray your wife, and you about to you talking shit to him like he already showed he willing to do shit. So no, I'm straight, bro. That's why I don't be telling. Like I might say I slapped you because in real life I probably slap the shit out of somebody. But I ain't about to sit here and invite you to no fights. I'm telling you that because I know I ain't gonna never see you. But if you did that shit in real life, I'll probably slap the shit out of you. And I know it's consequences behind that. After I slap you, there's gonna be some other shit that happened to you too. But I ain't gonna never see you. So I ain't about to tell you to come see me. Nah. You don't see me. I'm
Hmm.
straight. I don't want to see you online. I don't want to see you in real life. I'm good.
That's how I feel. I ain't got time for none of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Word.
trying to stay free. I'm trying to stay
Man, if
free.
I
I
ever
ain't
do
even
a
gonna put it out like that.
Gary, if I ever do a meet and greet, I promise you it's gonna be a double. It ain't gonna be a meet and
Wait,
greet.
a
None of you
double,
crazy motherfuckers.
a
Hell yeah, I'm gonna have a
doppelganger.
stand there. Hell yeah. Man, some big black dude wearing a hood. Y'all gonna be like, yeah, that's weird. With eye patch on. Y'all ain't gonna be able to tell the difference.
See, this emotional intelligence thing and discernment. to know when it's just games and playing and talking crap online versus like when like how do you know the other person is really serious? Or maybe they're both
I
serious about it, but me being the like spectator, I'm thinking it's not that serious.
yeah, it ain't gonna go that far.
Like it's not,
But
yeah,
even like emotional intelligence will tell you this too. Don't do that shit. That's what emotional intelligence.
Right. Like
Don't do
we
it
ain't even look. Don't even go
because
in that direction.
yeah, you don't know who willing to go further than the other person, bro. And that's what it be. You know,
but you hear
motherfuckers
it
be
all the
talking
time.
shit. Yeah, people talk shit because they feel
Come to
safe
my
to be
town.
online, bro.
Come to my door. Come to my city.
Mhm.
Like I seen like I told you these white ladies. I'm like, bro, you guys are grandmas. The one lady, she went down to that lady's town and went straight to her door. And then I
That's
think they even knocked
dumb,
on her
bro.
door. And then she called the police. There was a whole body cam review online that like we were all watching what happened, what went down. But I don't think they're crazy enough to do that, but you never know what what's in
Calling
their
an
mind.
ambulance, telling them to come pick up their kids. That's what I'm doing. I'm hurt.
See, like he's trying to say self-defense, but that to me was not self-defense when you're going out looking for someone. You're looking for
It's not.
trouble.
It's premeditated. You literally went out look. That's why I be telling people. They be like, "I do this." I ain't telling you. Look, I word my stuff very carefully. I say if we was face to face and you said that, I probably would slap you. Probably, right? I'm not saying I'm gonna slap you. I'm telling you, cause and effect. These people be on here like, I do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do. That's intent. So if somebody tell me they gonna do something to me online, and I got it on, and I got it recorded, and they come in my presence, and I defend myself, well, I have um I have enough evidence to show like their intent was to harm me, right? So this is now a self defense. I didn't go to them; they came to me. After
Hmm.
they done told me they was gonna do it X, Y, and Z to me, then they came. What am I supposed to think?
Well, I've
That's a
seen people
terrorist
get restraining
threat.
orders against each other and they've never even met in person. It's just
Yeah,
all online stuff, but they go and file for restraining orders, based on what
because if
they're
something
saying.
happened, yeah, if
Yeah,
something
because
happened in real life, they protect it. I mean,
but are they
there
really
you go.
protected? Not really, right? Because
Well, it's a form of protection. I
the
mean,
one
it's
chick,
if what
uh,
is protect? Like if somebody was threatening me online and I went and got a restraining order, and they actually came and I did something to them, then well, I've been protected. I recorded the
that's
incident
true.
or the occurrence, what was going on or what happened, and now they had a restraining order to stay away from me, and they still came. So I felt my life was in danger, so I did what I had to do to preserve my life. You have the
You
right.
got a good point. You got a good point.
Mm.
It's not going to stop them from coming, but it may be
No,
helpful
it
to
ain't gonna
your
stop them.
defense in case
Yes, and that's the whole key right there.
defense in
I
court.
don't give a fuck about them coming because I ain't even opening the door. I'm going through that motherfucker. I got a drum and I ain't staring. I ain't stingy. You can have all these motherfuckers, all 52. You can have every single last one of them. I ain't stingy. I'll go
Yeah, it's
get
just
another.
that was so sad because they
Yeah,
had I think they had 5 or 6 kids, like older kids,
yeah.
but still,
This shit
that's
ain't have
really
to happen, man. But that's what I'm like. These grown ass people online playing these games with other people. You don't know what like that dude evidently ain't had shit to lose. Cause you literally for months were threatening these people. You would do this, you would do that, and then as soon as you got the opportunity, you did it. Like so, you ain't care about your freedom that much. But these other people
well, I
got
think he had
kids
a
and shit, and you
wife. Well, I thought that was his wife, the one he's always with, his wife. I don't know if they're really legally married, but I don't know if he had kids though.
he ain't care too much about her.
I guess
He
not.
couldn't have not doing some dumb shit
Listen, you
like
don't
that.
care about yourself at that point. You're not even caring
Right.
about yourself.
That's why I don't be sitting out here trying to argue with people. Like I'm straight. I've had people. I'll come see you. No, you won't. Stay where you at. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. How about this? You just stop watching me, and I'll never watch you. How about we do that? Versus all the seeing shit. You gonna say the wrong thing, and the wrong person gonna hear. And I can't help what other people do.
Well, and then
That's
the
what I'm
thing
saying
is,
too.
like,
Like
hmm
my bad. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. I interrupted you.
No, I was about to say, and you don't. I mean, sometimes you ain't even got to worry about the people you beefing with, man. It's people who love them willing to crash out, so you got to worry about that aspect too.
The spectators, because I was gonna say, like, us as spectators, like even people in the chat or on panel, like can be agitators and instigators
Definitely.
and just make it worse.
That's why,
Because
like, my
yeah,
bad. Go ahead.
no, because like when I was agitating the one guy on 22, like I already know he just sets off. So like I was just having fun with him, but like I shouldn't do that. You know, why do that?
Man,
Why agitate and instigate someone? Like, you know, it's like that emotional, you have a control over someone who's emotionally unstable like that because you can just trigger them and make them spiral.
he put himself in that trick bag, though.
I know.
He put himself in that trick bag, so I don't even feel bad for him. That's what
It's
he
his
wanted. He
MO.
wanted though. It,
Yeah,
it
that's his
now,
MO.
now if he didn't like, if he was just triggered or something, that's one thing. But that's what he was looking for confrontation. He was looking to argue with people. I'm straight. I'm gonna have fun with people like that. Sometimes, not all the time. If I got time today, then you know, oh no, I gotta buy my wife a new one. No.
Yeah, like that Lily chick. I feel like, man, I don't know how she doesn't walk in fear. She's just out there
Who?
triggering a whole group of people. The Lily chick, the racist.
Oh, but some people, man, they don't care. Some people just they don't give a flying fuck, man. Some people literally don't care until they have to, till they get a reason to care. Somebody walked up to her and busted her upside her head. I bet you she should think twice about doing a lot of that shit. That's probably what she wants. See, I told y'all.
I don't know what that girl wants.
Attention.
Attention.
Uh, a father for her kid. That's
Her
what she wants.
father.
I might have time next week for that. I might have some time for that. I wanted to break down that video when old boy was spazzing out too.
Who?
On
Jesse or who?
22.
Oh,
Nah, I
okay.
don't know the dude name.
22.
That
Yeah, it's
that
not
dude
even
I was
worth
talking
it.
to on 22. Yeah, I kinda wanna break that video down. I just want to talk
I
about the behavior.
unsubscribed from 22. Sorry, sorry, Ronan, but I already know what it is. When he goes live, I already know what it is. Everybody comes in,
Mm.
and sometimes it's fun just to like, because I've been on panels with them sometimes, like talking crap to each other. You know,
Yeah.
at the end, it's like whatever. No one's really mad at each other.
That's what it was. I couldn't do it all the time. I
I
couldn't.
can't do it none of the time. I'm
I don't
sorry.
want to do it at all.
Right, I can't. I can't. It's not me.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
I don't know. You like you can call me soft. You can whatever you want to call me. Just know I'm trying to stay away from some things. I ain't trying to add to nothing. I'm not trying to add to that. Let me rephrase that. I'm not trying to add to that. I can't do it. It's too draining.
Can I ask y'all a
It's too
question?
draining.
When y'all wash your clothes, do y'all use those beads? Man, this should be slapping, bro. I don't know what the name of them, fabric beads or whatever. Man, that's it. My
What?
bad, bro.
Oh,
What
okay.
are you talking about?
You
Beads?
tired?
Hey, they got the fabric beads. You know,
The
Fabric
those
downy,
beads?
beads you put in the
the
washer.
downy blue beads and stuff like that.
Oh, the
Yeah,
ones
they
you just like you sprinkle in the clothes wash.
yeah.
Look at it in. Yeah,
I've tried them, but some of them are like really strong smelling.
Yeah, I get the game.
that's why.
The game be slapping. Yeah, the game it don't be too overpowered. Like my wife had some, I don't know, something she had. I'm like, man, this shit making me itch, bro. Something like this.
Yeah, it's really strong.
Mhm.
But can you
I
imagine
got
Gary?
sensitive
Can
skin.
you imagine Gary like beefing with someone online? I can't
I
imagine
can't do
Gary
it.
doing that.
I'm not doing it.
Gary would just drop down, drop off, forget about it.
That's
Very
just like that
racist.
guy. Yeah, I am. That's that
You being
guy. I
racist
don't
on
even remember
Reddit.
his name.
That dude just needed some
Yeah,
attention, man. You ain't see his photos, bro? I'm looking like, yeah, you ain't
no,
got that many followers.
I don't even remember his name. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
I don't need it.
Oh,
I'm
I
going.
remembered
Yeah, I
it.
know.
But look, like RCA says, he just distances himself from people that want problems. But somebody said Sacramento in one of the chats like that I was in, it was like some auditors, and I looked to see if it was him, but it wasn't. But Sacramento is in that guy's name. Remember, he's from
Right, I remember
California.
that. Yeah, he's from
Yeah,
Sacramento.
That dude weird
You
as
know,
hell. He
different
had a
time
hard
zone.
on for Gary, bro. That shit weird, bro. When men come online, and you're this,
he's a
you're that,
boy.
huh?
Damn,
He's a boy.
wish I could have met him.
Uh,
Nah, I
uh,
ain't.
His ass
I
left.
said,
I started getting in
"Ooh,
on like, bro, then he popped up on the panel.
oh, him?
And I'm looking like, bro, you weird, man. He ain't had no smoke for me, bro. No smoke. I'm like, how you gonna come over on my channel and troll somebody else like I'm insignificant or something? You got like fucked up.
I'm telling you, a
How
lot of
about
people
that?
do that.
Wrong
Period.
with you, man?
That's the second time somebody trolled me on this channel. What the hell is
Gary, they're
that?
always looking for you, Gary. I don't know what's up with that.
That's my point. I'm like, dang, like I got a whole channel. Like I ain't never seen them. They
You know
always
what I
come to
thought was
word.
funny? I thought it was funny when I asked him about how do you know if you're the one of the 144 and like how does he know he is, and then he said he just believes. Like, bro, you just believe? Okay.
Just believe.
Just believe, so I could just believe I'm anything.
That's my missing mod. She just believe. I'm like,
Then I saw her face, and I'm a believer.
it's, but that's why I say people got
And
to be
then I
careful.
seen
Like,
his
I don't know,
avatar.
man.
I mean, I guess you could just
It's just
believe, like, I believe I'm gonna go to heaven, or I guess, but
no, you can't. But that's see,
Go believe you
that's what
can
word.
fly and jump. Go do
Yeah,
that.
that's that word thing. I'm gonna let word handle that because word done told y'all if you belief equals doubt. That's what he's trying to tell y'all. If you believe something, you doubting it at the same time. You got to balance with that. If you know there's no room for misinterpretation. You know what it is, right?
he kind of seemed doubtful to me.
he
You said
he
what?
was doubtful when he came on the panel.
You said he was what?
Doubtful. Like, does he
Doubtful.
really
No,
believe he's part of the
I ain't gonna lie to
144,000
you, man. Once I
chosen
seen his
ones,
picture,
Hebrew
I just seen a lot
Israelite?
of slowness in his face. He looks slow. I mean, it is what it is. I ain't trying to talk about nobody, but hey, if it's a fact, it's a fact. That's why I was like, I can't take this dude serious. I felt bad for talking about him after I seen the picture. I could tell something wrong with you in your face. Something going on. I don't know
Stoic
exactly
is
what it
here.
is, but what up,
That's
What
what
though?
up,
I would.
So,
Stoic?
Stoic,
you know,
what
there
up,
ain't no
though?
shot against nobody. There's nothing like that. I'm just saying it is what it is, man. Yeah.
But that's why
Everybody don't need to be online.
and that's what we talk about with the emotional intelligence, right? Commander said, how do you know? It's I can't even explain how you could come to that conclusion without even having that experience. I don't want to be spiritual, say it's like a divine thing, right? But when somebody's off, right? Like that whole situation, you trying to tell me that I'm doing something that I don't know nothing about. Like that's crazy. There's something wrong with you. That's just like if Riaz was if somebody tell me Riaz is doing R&B, I can't see that. That's not what he do.
You gonna be doing
That's
some
not what he
jealousy,
do.
Riyadh?
Sorry, what was that?
You gonna do some jealousy next?
If I wanted to, yeah. I've experimented with dancehall and Afrobeat sometimes though. So maybe though. I just like to stick to what I like though the most, but I can experiment. Sometimes you never know. I might do R&B if I wanted to. But I can see what guys getting at. You wouldn't see me do R&B because it's not really my thing most of the time. I can listen to it and I like a little bit of it, but I'm not fully into it like that.
He's not one to express
Oh,
himself in that manner. He can express himself in with a up tempo beat, right? Like a rap beat. He's not going to slow it down and tell you how he feels. That's not him. He's
Yeah.
either all or
So,
nothing.
how does it feel? Yeah.
okay. Wait, but Gary, if it came to R&B and stuff like that, I feel like probably 90s R&B would be my kind of thing, though, because it follows more of a hip hop it's more hip hop influence, though, in a way. So, 90s R&B is kind of my thing because it has like a little bit of that in it. So the ones that actually,
It's
have that hip.
it's an up tempo thing. That's what I'm saying. It's up tempo. If you slow it down, that's not who you are. You either like you like all gas and no brakes. He's all gas
Yeah.
and no brakes. Shout out to Jacob
Riyadh
Fatu.
be like, I can't get jiggy with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
He said,
He
Yeah.
ain't
I
slowing
mean,
that down to express his love for somebody. He ain't doing that. He'll go with that flow. That's like,
yeah.
that's not his cup of tea. So I would never expect him to do that. So, but that's how it's just like you have a understanding of a person to where their emotions is not going to allow them to get to that point. So, even when you first meet somebody, observation is always going to be the key. When you observe, you can dissect if their emotions are in it, out of it, or they just chaotic or peaceful or however. That's like it's one of the key points of being a social person. You have to be able to observe your surroundings.
Well, there's no social intelligence without emotional intelligence. That's one of the
I didn't.
byproducts of
I didn't.
emotional
Yeah,
intelligence.
I didn't want to put that there, but hey, you, you, we got ESPN because you took the words right away.
Yeah, I
RCA.
mean,
Well, I want to tell
it's
RCA
that.
that he can hit the link and join the panel whenever he likes. If you ever want to hit the panel
Yeah, whenever you
and
like,
talk.
bro. Link, we cool people, man. We just be sitting back talking about any and everything, man. Anything that pertains to life. And I do open panels and open topics too. It's an open topic, we can talk about whatever. Bro.
That's
I'm
cool.
about to actually hop down though. We're going to run the rest of the show. I gotta get mine behind. I might actually switch to my phone in a second, and then you know,
I can
do
close
my
it out, but
midnight.
I'm not going to stay on long either.
Okay.
Well, we ain't gonna be on too much longer. I should do it for a minute. I can
Commander's
close
the
it out on
only
my
person
phone.
I know. She can get a promotion and not be at work.
Commander always at work. She just be incog commando. She don't be
She left.
incognito.
She
She
left.
be incog commando.
She
Mm,
resigned from HR. Now
Mhm.
she the COO. That's nice. If I grow
I
up, I want to be just like Commander.
yeah. When it comes to my thing, no, I'm grinding, man. Literally, I've got that thing where I just keep grinding. No, I can only take 2 to 3 days off and then I'm back to work again. No, I can never stop because I'm too creative when it comes to that thing. No, literally, when I take time off, I literally get a new idea to literally come up with something new and stuff like that. Literally, I get inspired again. Literally, can never stop. And I have to
We,
balance
we
two
need
platforms. Well. Because I got this and then I got TikTok as well, and I'm trying to balance both, man.
Yeah, your channel's
We
doing
need you
good,
to talk
Riaz.
to Word. Though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We need you to talk to Word because Word be having some uninspiring situations and moments. See me like I'm chilling. Like Word, you chill for a whole 10 days. You gotta come back. Like,
Mm,
nah, man.
Consistency
I mean, what you could
is the
do,
key.
but it's up to him what
I
he
do be
wants to do.
consistent. I be consistently chilling.
I don't blame him though. But would you ever wait? What I probably suggest if you run out of idea, you should just pretty much just reuse the same concept but add something new to it. Sometimes I actually do that though. I reuse the same. Sometimes I reuse some old concept and I put something new to it and I blend it together to make something new. Though, you make something old into something new. So that way, it's kind of something different.
Yeah, Word.
when my numbers, this is what it is. Everything intertwines with one another, right? So when the numbers go up, when the support go up, I get more excited about doing content. When it go down, I get less excited. That's just natural, I guess. I'm not a
Okay.
full time. If I was a full time content creator, then it'd be a little different. But I'm not. So when I see the numbers rising, that shit it motivates. It inspired me to do more. But when the numbers draw down, then I'm more or less thinking like, how can I get the numbers back up? And then that's when I
Okay.
go into the lab and take my time doing shit because it's like Rome wasn't built in one night. So
Okay, that makes sense. Though I don't blame you, though. You're just probably at that stage where you have to do that, though. I feel you on that, man. That makes total sense, though.
yeah, because I mean, it's one thing. Like I can come on here and just talk to people. That's fine. But that's really not my intent. Like I do want to make content. And when I get um you can call it validation, but when I get to me the numbers ain't validating, it's confirmation that what I'm doing is being receptive by people. Once I see that, then it's more inspiring to do it because it's more potential for me to gain something out of it. But if I'm
Mhm.
pouring my heart into something and ain't nobody watching it, then I mean I can put my heart into something else. Because my intent is to help people. But if I'm not doing this, then I find another way to do it,
Okay,
which
that
I
makes
have. Even with the mentor program, I've been helping people with that. With the life coaching, I'm helping people with that. So I'm doing it in real life. So I mean, even if I'm not getting, the results I want out of here, I'm still getting it. And I just do wherever I'm more effective and efficient. And if it's online, then I do it online. If it's offline, then I do it offline.
okay.
But it's like it's not a good feeling, man, when you put in work and you don't get the result. You know what I'm saying? You don't get the result. I ain't one of the people who satisfied like when I'm dead and gone that people appreciate me. I'm not one of those people. I
Okay.
want my heaven here on earth. Fuck that, bro. I want my shit on earth, bro.
Make an
Give me my
impact.
flowers while I'm here. If I can't have them while I'm here, I don't want the shit when I'm gone. I can't smell it. So my
We'll
heaven
have
is
that
on earth, bro.
conversation another day. I'm trying to tell you,
I ain't waiting to die to have
man.
heaven. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all think I'm
Okay.
gonna wait to
I
die
feel
and
you.
experience some
My
good shit.
intent, though. So for me, my intent is not just to entertain,
Straight.
it's to educate as well, because it's not just to spread the UK hip hop culture, it's also to explain it's also to share that culture with other people, even though they can do it on their own and it's already promoted anyway. I just want to do it as well, because I actually think they're talented, and also there's people that don't know a lot about it. There's different aspects to one culture within it, though, because, sometimes there's some people think, when you think of UK hip hop, you think one thing or the other, but there's multiple aspects to it, different aspects though, because it's not one or the other. You can say vice versa in America as well, I'm saying that with respect as well, because you think it's not one thing or the other, it's more than that. There's different aspects to one thing though. So that's why I like to, explain different aspects and show you different parts of it though, because everyone chooses to express differently though. So that it's also to be creative. Of course, I want to make money, but for now, it's just being creative right now because I gotta get there. That's why I'm grinding until I get there one day.
But
Yeah, well,
I
even
don't
if
know if that
somebody
was.
else, like, even if other YouTubers are doing the same thing or like they've already talked about it, because there was a YouTuber saying, like, talking about stuff she's seen other people do, but I've never seen it. So, like, if she were to do it, it's new to me because I don't follow those other people that she's talking about. So I
Man,
would still enjoy the content.
Okay, I
that's
feel
like,
you. I feel you
and
though.
it's like this too. Like me and Gary can talk about the same thing, right? But you gonna get two different perspectives. So like it's times where I talked about something that somebody else talked about something that somebody like, hey, they taking your content. I'm like, I thought they taking my content when this shit is anybody can talk about it. You know, this ain't something they ain't talking about my life, my personal life. They talking about um like if somebody else start talking about emotional intelligence, they go talk about it from their perspective. I'm not gonna feel no type of way. I might be like, damn, they don't know what they talking
Okay,
about, but
that makes
that
sense.
don't bother me.
Okay, I feel you on what you're saying. No, that totally makes sense. Everyone else is doing it. It's just that everyone's got their own different style. I feel you on that though. That's what I got too though. Because hopefully, my long term future, hopefully one day, I said though, one day I want to actually start
That's what I'm
interviewing the
saying.
best. I could
I'm saying.
interview the artist if I
That's what
wanted
I'm
to
saying.
right now,
That's
but
what I'm
I
saying.
want to build it. Sorry, bro. I
Yeah,
just want to build it though. I want to keep building it though. And then one day though, I can do the interviews if I wanted to. For now, I'm good.
All right.
Happy birthday, Rudy.
Happy
And
birthday, Rudy.
RC
Happy birthday.
left and came back because he went to go look for that person where he saw somebody talking about believing and knowing. The word on this channel talks a lot about things like that. But
Hold on, say that one last part one more time. It's talking
like
about what?
he was talking about he saw someone like another content creator talking about knowing versus believing. So he went
Oh
to go
yeah.
look for where he saw that video.
Oh
So
yeah.
he left, and I don't know if he got a chance to hear that. You can hit the link and come up and on panel anytime. But the word talks about a lot of those topics, thought provoking topics here on this channel.
Yeah, I talk a lot about these concepts people get misconstrued. Like people think knowing and believing it's the same thing. Like, nah, it ain't the same thing. Like even understanding and comprehending. My bad, I'm about to come in on the phone.
I'm trying to read what RCA said. Oh, he said it's got to be fun to you, or else it will feel like work. So it has to be something you must enjoy what you do. And I think that's true for Riaz. He enjoys it. Um, the word enjoys what he does. I know you, RCA, enjoy what you do, and I
Yeah.
watch stuff that I enjoy, or or even top some stuff I don't enjoy, but because there's stuff that I watch like true crime. I mean, I guess I do enjoy it because I watch it. Like I want to know about the things. I don't know why. That's
Okay.
maybe.
I think a bit to crime as well sometimes though. It just depends on what it is though. What I also like to watch though is, stuff that is not like horror related, but like people tell stories and stuff. When people read horror stories and stuff like that, or like, based on real life situations and stuff like that. I like that true stories type thing.
Yeah, but sometimes I think like, why? Why do we like to hear those stories? And,
Did you want to
like
know
I don't
why?
know. Yeah, tell me why. Word, because I'm like, it's like
Is
kind of
what
morbid in a way.
I even like those
is
stuff.
and this is not a blanket statement. So this does not refer to everyone, but I say probably like maybe 60, 70% of the people. Sometimes hearing how fucked up other people's life make you feel a little bit better about yours. And that shit happens on the subconscious level. It's studies that show that though. It's literally studied
Yeah.
to show why people enjoy like different forms of what may be considered morbid material. Because if you it's the you can associate with it, like it's relevant to you. A lot of people who've been through traumatic things in life, just say if you in an abusive relationship and you came out of it, sometimes they you would think like, okay, they want to stay away from it, but they're more drawn to it because they can relate to it. And that's just how we are as human beings. And it makes us feel like not insignificant, but it just shows like, okay, I'm not the only person going through this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it in a fucked up way, it gives you a form of comfort.
Wait, that's the Amanda stuff I used sometimes watch though. What I like to watch though is ghost stuff basically. Stuff relating to ghosts because I believe in ghosts. I've been believing in ghosts since 13 or something like that. 12, 13 years old. I used to watch that stuff though. And man, I actually believe in it though because I believe anything is possible in this world. To be honest, just
See,
that.
I believe in it. I just don't like watching the paranormal stuff because I believe in
I
it.
like paranormal.
I feel like something's gonna stick to me. Like I don't want to
Got a
even watch it.
hold on me.
Yeah, like I rather watch reality stuff.
Okay, yeah, I can watch paranormal stuff, but I'm not gonna actually actively go out and seek it, man. Cause nah, man,
Shit.
I just know that type of energy. If I feel that type of energy or vibe, it's gonna be there. So I'm like, no, man, I'm not going there though.
No, no, no.
I like to watch it though, but I ain't going out doing it.
Come on, you going outside? Oh, now you don't want to go outside. So I guess I'll just be on your time, huh? You don't want to go outside? Come on. She looking at me like, man, I ain't about to get up. Come on, you want to go with daddy? Come on, come on. You not going? All right. I don't want to hear you howling when from outside. Then my wife texts me like, dog waking me up. You outside, ain't you? Like, God damn, you snitch.
All right, I'm getting ready to drop down. RCA, I sent you a message with or a comment, and I erased it with my email. So whenever you want to send me that link, you can. But you word when somebody makes a comment and then erases it, you still see it, right? Like people have told me they still see it after you delete it.
It like it depends what they're looking at it on. Like if he go into the app, he probably won't see it because we erased it. But if it's not like on his home screen, he can read it from the home screen.
Okay, if not RCA, just come back here one time, like hit the panel. Just click on the StreamYard link, hit the panel, and then I can give you the email in the back chat.
I mean, if he can do it
Cause
now, I mean,
yeah, if you want to come up RCA, and then I can give you the email.
he ain't even got
Cause
to come
he
on.
wants to like send it to me so when he goes live on a day he wants to invite me up to the dual screen or whatever.
Yeah, he don't even have to, come on stage or nothing. He can just come in the back chat and get the email. Once he in the back chat, you can just put it back there and he can grab the email.
Yeah, that's true. You don't even have to come on panel. Just click on the link, just join, but you'll be on the back chat, and then you have to go where it says private chat. Click on chat, and then I can message it to you there, and then you just copy it
Yeah, we
if
won't
you got
even
time
bring
to
you
do
up
it.
on stage. Yeah. If not, then,
Yeah.
I'll be on other days.
What up, Stoic? What up, Nine? Did you get off of work already? You're probably closing out right now. It's about that time.
Oh, I just seen Rudy in the back. Rudy, we about to shut it down. Ouija board and all. I ain't messing with no Ouija board. Yeah, I used to go
Oh,
ghost
hell
hunting
no.
with the wife.
I ain't touching it. No, look, like with me, I like to watch people talk about it though. Like, not really. I'm not actively gonna go out there and actually seek that stuff, man. Not on that type of level. I enjoy watching it or people talk about it though, but I ain't basically gonna go out there doing anything related to that, man. Nah, I'm not that crazy. I mean, I'm not calling people crazy, but I'm saying I'm not that crazy enough to actually make myself do it.
Just do it.
Cause I just know when it comes to that type of stuff, me as a Muslim and stuff like that, I just know when it comes to that Ouija board stuff or whatever, that is nothing to play with though. Cause these jinns and whatever, these jinns, these spirits ain't nothing to play with though. Cause it's like they're nothing to play with. And also, actually though, they're basically everywhere, basically, even around you, basically, but they can see you, you can't see them. It's like a barrier right here. So basically, they're all around us, though, basically. It's all around us, though, basically. These genes, these spirits, they're all around us. It's just that we can't see them physically, though. Our eyes are not made to physically see them when depending on what type of frequency you hit, though. So when you're more spiritually higher, though, and when you spiritually mature to a point, you can actually start to see them. You can feel them, but you can't see them. That's just how it is. Just because you can't see something don't mean it don't exist.
Mm-hmm. In the back, Commander. Well, we can. I'm gonna shut it
All
down,
right,
and that
RCA, give me
way,
a second. Stay
yeah,
there.
I'm gonna
Hold on.
just stay in the back, RCA. Even though I'm gonna shut the live stream down, y'all can still connect in the back. So just stay in the back. She about to put it back there. Yeah. But Rudy, what is you putting in the back, bro? But all right, fam. I appreciate everybody who came through. You know what I always say: care about how you feel. These are conversations to build nations. And if we said anything that resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that share button. Tell somebody, help me spread the word. But until next time, man, we's out.
Do it for the 9.
What up, Nine?
Acknowledge me!
They've been telling y'all love, and I came to tell y'all right. The way you feel influences the way you think, and the way you think dictates the actions you take.
You there, sitting at home, acknowledge me.
When I move, is it a quick rumble? I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.